Hey, we're back. Reveal's happening right now. I just woke up.
David Vonderhaar, studio design director at Treyarch. Welcome to the multiplayer reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. On behalf of the teams at Treyarch and Raven and all our development partners across the world, thank you for joining us. Today, we do a little recon across all Black Ops Cold War multiplayer. The world, the missions, the weapons, the characters, and the systems. And you know, we'll make some fun announcements along the way. From here on out, we talk directly to you, the best fans in gaming. Joining me throughout the show is a big cast of characters from across the studio, along with some of your favorite Call of Duty content creators and streamers. One thing you've come to expect from a Black Ops game is that we are never quite satisfied with the status quo. We are always looking for a way to do it better. But some things shouldn't change, and for every multiplayer game we make, one thing hasn't: how we start things off. This is the worldwide debut of the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer trailer.
Okay, let's see here. I'm so tired. Okay, M60. Don't think I didn't see that. Ooh, capture on PS5. Fancy. 1983? It's a whole year after the campaign.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
We're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books
Operate in the shadows.
to keep the wolves at bay.
Today, we reshape the world.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
Let them come.
Yep, M60. Commando. It's cool to see that it looks the same. So there's the L96 and the stakeout.
Secure the sub.
M15. Let's burst again. RPD. I couldn't tell the second one was.
Strike inbound. Evasive maneuver. Ah, shit. Soviet convoy disabled.
Wait, Uzbekistan? Is that
I'll drive.
74U? My brain isn't working right now. I don't remember. Is Uzbekistan the country from Modern Warfare? No, it's Urzikstan. It's Urzikstan.
Keep pushing. No, over here.
G3.
Pre-order a digital copy and get early access to the open beta and instant access to the Woods Operator Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
You just saw it. This is an unapologetically Cold War game set in the 80s, but it's still a Black Ops game. And for over a decade, we built our multiplayer experiences atop a core set of guiding principles. They form our pillars: deniable operations that deploy around the world, signature combat tailored to how you play, connected experiences that deliver free, robust, ongoing content, and integrate deeply into the next evolution of Warzone. Today, we're going to explore each of these facets of multiplayer.
I do like
We're going to
Warzone.
show you how this globe-trotting, cinematically connected experience is our most immersive yet. And then, we're going to show it to you in a way we never could before, with a little help from some friends. First up, the bedrock of Black Ops, deniable operations. These are the places in multiplayer you never saw and the things you never did. The missions that stay off the books and the targets and sources who stay off the record. The Cold War we set out to build is realistic. It's plausible. Most importantly, it's inspired by a gritty historical tone that we've woven into every element of our game's world and story and gameplay. Chaotic and always confidential, deniable ops lie at the heart of multiplayer, raising the bar while creating a clear and unique narrative that influences every bit of our world building. For Black Ops Cold War, that world building drove each multiplayer level in two ways. With the signature level design you've come to expect, and by pushing the visual bar and immersing players into a narrative of unfolding events.
Don't
Fight to
like
recover a downed
Treyarch's level
satellite in the
design.
Central African desert, battles that unfold on the neon-soaked streets of Miami's famed South Beach. Deniable ops are the Black Ops stories inspired by history, but forgotten by the history books. We've selected 5 maps to give you a small taste of the range of deniable ops awaiting in multiplayer. Later today, you'll see them played, but here's a few of my teammates to share what they love most from how they were made.
My name is Brittany Beidelman. I'm a level designer.
I'm Kendall Snow, Associate Level Designer.
I'm Brittany Perello, Producer.
I'm Matt Kutris, Senior Level Designer.
In Satellite, a top-secret American recon satellite
Has lost power.
And crashed in the deserts of Angola. With
This
higher
map is
DGI forces
huge.
closing in,
Now it's a race to secure the crash site.
This is the map we all thought was
what I love about
freaking
Satellite
Ground War.
is the fact that it's just this amazing natural space.
Because larger maps have more components, we can apply more details into maps like Satellite, which make them feel even more natural. The satellite at the center is like a king of the hill. Anyone who wants it has to run toward you because it's raised higher than the rest of the map.
I'm usually playing one of two ways. All in, full ham, dying again and again. Or in objective modes, I'll flank and get the jump on people. Satellite scratches both of those itches. Even though it's an outdoor space, the map's 2 different regions mean I can play long and short range tactics.
I'll be honest, I am trash with the sniper rifle, but a shotgun, that I can do. I have always been a big fan of close quarters combat, and there is great cat and mouse style gameplay in Satellite.
The crash satellite is a super fun spot to try and outplay your enemies. Predict which way they'll circle the debris to run up behind them, or just duck inside the satellite and take your shot.
This is going to be one of those classic Black Ops maps the world knows and loves for how quickly engagements fire up. East and West collide on the open seas in a top-secret mission.
Inspired by a real-life event, Project Azorian, CIA, JSOC, and Soviet forces converged to recover a sunken prototype nuclear Soviet submarine from the ocean floor.
The calm waters of Armada explode into massive naval conflict as players battle for control of large naval vessels.
With no lanes walling you in, players can engage on ships' decks, in the water, and on vehicles like wake runners and gunboats.
Okay, this map is pretty cool.
Armada is chaos in the best way.
This really cool map that gives this amazing
I also
sense
like
of
how they admit that it's
exploration. There are so
not a
many
three-lane
little
map,
individual areas
because they
to
know
find
that's all they're
and
known
new
for at this
ways
point.
to surround
But
or flank
I do
your
like the
enemies
idea of
and
like
get the upper
ship-on-ship
hand.
battle in the ocean. It's pretty cool. That's why I like the Battlefield
A hidden safe house has
3
been
or 4
discovered
DLC
right
or
in
whatever
the
so
heart
much.
of the USSR.
It's all about
In
like
the shadow
ships
of
and stuff.
Moscow's opulent train station.
In the water.
With Spetsnaz dispatched, the area has gone hot.
So the
So this
Moscow
map's
map
pretty
is
cool,
set
too.
in the dead heart of a big city. So you're wandering through these streets with a bunch of cars, and there's tall buildings on either side of you.
There's this sense that you've been dropped into a point in history.
First thing I do is run right to the center because that's where all lanes cross in the Moscow map. And eventually, it doesn't take long, people are going to run through the metro station. So you can just sit there and wait, but chances are there's going to be people running right into your line of fire right off the bat.
It's a classic 3-lane map where teamwork really makes the dream work.
January 17th, 1984. This location is heavily influenced by Miami's famous, or perhaps infamous, Ocean Drive. This is a night map, but one unlike players have seen before.
You can sneak through dark, shadowy alleys, go out onto the beach, out into the ocean.
You can dive in the water and wade along the coast to get the drop on the other side.
Or you can just go right down the street and bask in the neon light.
I do
First
like
time I
darker
played through
maps.
Miami,
Like
I could hear this 80s
that's
nightclub
cool.
music playing through the walls of one of the buildings. The little details make it lifelike, and it becomes this joy to experience.
Basically, my goal is to never be on the main street in the center, because that is sniper heaven, and that is Brittany hell. So I always go and try to flank and get those snipers from the back.
Our art and design teams worked really hard to bring the best possible night
the
experience.
map reminds
to
me of
players. You'll
Havana,
see that play
actually.
out when you
Just
sneak
like
in the shadows on the beach.
a different
or engage
layout,
enemies
obviously,
in the center
but
strip.
It
very
really
similar,
makes people
like,
feel
long
like
middle
they're
and
in
then
Miami
flank across to
in
the
the
side.
80s. It's pretty cool.
In Crossroads, NATO has learned a large Soviet missile convoy is on its way to the border.
Special forces dispatch alongside MI6 to ambush the convoy and secure the weapons before all hell breaks loose.
Soviet convoy disabled.
It's one of our most cinematic maps with a boots-on-the-ground feel that feels pulled from the campaign.
Your team will want to hold down and protect its own outpost to guarantee access to one of these tanks. But infantry combat doesn't take a backseat in Crossroads, as natural terrain and foliage masks movements and provides tactical advantages.
There's a bunch of snowmobiles when you first spawn, and it's a mad dash to grab one. And now, running people over with the snowmobile is my favorite thing to do.
I don't like vehicles
Each
in
environment
66.
changes the dynamic of how you play and caters to unique loadouts. Crossroads is a bigger map, and that allows you to play the way you want to play.
The beaches of Miami, a frozen over lake, the open ocean. Our visual research department racked up miles visiting them all, because if you're going to deploy around the globe in this game, that required them to do the same. The mission for our artist is absolute authenticity. Step one in that process is photo scanning thousands of real-world objects, terrains, and materials. Those assets ensure our upgraded, physically based renderer delivers the best-looking Black Ops yet. True 4K, high dynamic range with the true color and tone, ray tracing on systems that support it, photometric lighting courtesy of our Luminaire system, and overhauled contour terrain system. The result is gritty, it's believable, I dare say it's got ambience. Most importantly, it sets the perfect stage for multiplayer combat. On that note, here's Matt with more on the modes and missions ahead.
We've talked a little bit about where you'll play, but let's talk about what you'll play when you get there. In Black Ops Cold War, our classic game modes are returning and they're better than ever. From the tried and true Team Deathmatch, Domination, and Search and Destroy, to the return of the competitive game mode Control, we've taken a fresh eye to all of your favorites. We're encouraging more meaningful gameplay with larger capture zones and Domination. We're updating spawn systems in Hardpoint. And now we show you where the next Hardpoint will spawn so you can regroup, rotate, and set up for the next fight.
That's good.
Across all of our classic modes, we're working hard to make this the most rewarding and competitive multiplayer experience yet. And while your go-to modes are coming back better than ever, let's talk about the innovative new modes you'll be going to next.
VIP.
With that, let me introduce you to my teammate Marquise Gladney, who's here to tell you about the brand new multiplayer experience we call
VIP Escort.
VIP Escort.
This is what we saw in the league gameplay.
VIP Escort began with a question. How can we create a game mode inspired by the kind of real-life, totally true, but completely redacted Black Ops that first inspired this franchise? The result is Extraction in its purest form, a new 6-on-6 objective-based game mode we call VIP Escort. In Black Ops, we normally task you with fighting, but VIP Escort turns that on its head with a new mechanic. If you're selected as the VIP, your #1 job, it's to live. In this team-based op, your team will try to escort you off the map or eliminate the other team trying to stop you. As VIP, you'll skip Create a Class, you're too important after all. Instead, you'll deploy with a kitted out pistol, a smoke grenade, a spy plane for team intel, and a whole lot of hope that your team knows what the hell it's doing. The mission? Stay alive and escape the map. To do so, you'll need to reach one of 2 possible exfil sites, which rotate over the course of the match to keep teams on their toes. There are stakes here. If you die, that ends the round. But team up and you can get your squad back on their feet quickly via last stand and revive. Each team's choices and tactics create layers of strategy and counterplay, injecting the best of Black Ops themes directly into this competition. Will your team pull Cold War mind games and misdirection by splitting up the squad to draw fire and create distractions for the VIP? Or is a full-on assault more their style? Will they travel ahead and scout, run protection detail, or take a bullet for you Secret Service style? My
do like
personal
the
keys
idea
to
of the
victory,
VIP escort mode.
I stick close and escort the VIP and defend them at all costs. If the VIP doesn't make it out alive, it won't matter if you do. This new deniable operation only scratches the surface of what it means to play Cold War multiplayer.
Up next, we want to share another new way to play that goes above and beyond that classic 6v6 experience you've come to expect. Combined Arms is where multiplayer gets bigger and badder, bringing together the best of multiplayer's large-scale battles by combining infantry and vehicular gameplay into a single cohesive combat experience. In Combined Arms Domination, players will deploy into 12 versus 12 battles, each
so
customized
this is ground
and
war.
unique to its own environment.
Gotcha.
But these battles aren't just bigger or more chaotic. We've worked hard to ensure the 2 levels of boots on the ground and all-out vehicular warfare complement and enhance one another on each map. Tanks, snowmobiles, wake runners, gunboats, and more. These vehicles amplify the action, sure, but they also create jaw-dropping moments right in the middle of the fight. The way I personally play Combined Arms depends on my mood. If I'm going for the win, it's rally time, and I'm pushing to capture every objective on the map. Whether that means loading up a gunboat on Armada or popping smokes so my team can cross the frozen lake in Crossroads, I'm putting my try-hard pants on and making it happen. And that's the thing, in Combined Arms, almost anything can happen. I'll seek out fun moments that aren't possible in other modes, like ziplining onto the enemy's ship and seeing how long I can last before getting taken out. At launch, you can expect even more Combined Arms maps and modes, each tailored and tuned to bring the most fun, frenetic action this format can deliver. Take Armada, our most unique map to date. You saw earlier that the only life preservers on this sea-based map are your tactics, as each capture zone requires a different approach. Will you attack surgically with a 2-seater wake runner, gather your squad and storm the main ship? From zip lines that traverse the map to all new naval tactics, Armada is Combined Arms Domination realized, bringing high stakes, high-speed combat to the high seas. On Crossroads, you'll trade your wetsuit for a snowsuit, fighting for control of Soviet bunkers across the frozen tundra. With high-powered tanks patrolling the frozen lake and surrounding roads, you'll need to choose how to take on those slow movers. So whether you're hopping onto a snowmobile for a quick flank or rolling up your sleeves and sticking on some C4, the story is yours to write in Combined Arms Domination. That's it for Deniable Operations for now. We've ziplined, crossed frozen lakes, and dipped into Miami's beaches. That's really just the start of the full Deniable Ops experience. Add up the work on your favorite classic game modes to the arrival of new modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination, and it all stacks up to our most ambitious multiplayer yet. One you can play any way you want and in new ways you never expected. If you're a Call of Duty League fan, we have a bunch of new stuff lined up just for you. Stay tuned. This may be a multiplayer game built for everyone, but these will be your Deniable Operations. And now, I'll turn it over to Tony to talk about what we mean when we say signature combat.
Thanks, Matt. Now, a lot has changed for us since the first Black Ops game. From our development pipelines to totally new technologies. But some things haven't changed. And after over a decade of making Black Ops games, we're more inspired than ever to keep honing in on that authentic, classic Black Ops feel, all while taking it to new heights. Now we know that to you, combat is more than just pointing and shooting. It's about how your operator moves and weaves through your surroundings.
Yes, it is.
Feeling the power of your weapon, how it reacts in your hands. It's the sound of bullets storming past you, the rattle and bang of firing your weapon.
Oh, is that the ace valve?
In Cold War, we're back to
Yo.
plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground combat. And that has allowed us to not only refine the feel
That
of the
makes
game,
sense.
but build on all the classic foundations of Black Ops.
If the ace valve's in this game, that makes sense why it's coming to Modern Warfare too.
keeping your player experience in the front of our minds has also inspired a fresh wave of thinking across our created class and score streak systems, where we're introducing features that bring unprecedented transparency to your planning and cinematic
I just
wow
hope the
moments
gunsmith
when
comes
you're
back.
playing. Now, innovating systems while still capturing that signature Black Ops super smooth feel is a notoriously tricky thing to get just right, and we put everything we have into it for each game. This is an absolute team effort, so I brought some of my friends from the combat team to help tell you about our initiatives for this game and how they've resulted in signature combat that feels just right. Here's Max Porter to start us off.
We've taken lessons learned from across Black Ops and the entire Call of Duty franchise to land on a truly best-in-class weapon experience. The gun is almost always right in front of you and must look great. From a gun's seams down to its grime, the level of detail in Black Ops Cold War has never been higher. But our weapons also need to move in a realistic manner. You'll feel it in this game, whether you're clocking from long range or firing from the hip. When we think about a gun, we think about the way it looks, the way it's gonna move, but a big part of a gun's personality is the sound that it makes. It's like the bark of a dog. We're sort of imagining all these guns as characters. That just adds to that level of realism and that sort of immersive quality that is unique to Call of Duty. It's this multifaceted approach to how weapons look, animate, and sound that together defines the feel of Cold War's signature gunfighting
Waiting for them to talk about Gunsmith.
Here's
That's
Alvin's
what I'm waiting
debrief
for.
on some of the other combat systems waiting for you in Cold War.
Let's talk about two of the most significant and impactful features of multiplayer: create a class and score streaks. Our goal with Create a Class in Cold War is to empower you without making trade-offs. This year, better starts with simpler. Create a Class will be a slot-based system. No longer governed by allocations or the Pick 10 system, you'll always boast a full class of a primary, secondary, lethal, tactical, field upgrade,
So they're going
and a
back
set of
to,
perks. Field upgrades are items
Modern
placed
Warfare
in the
and Black
world
Ops style,
to give
okay.
your team an advantage. You can earn them solely based on time, not score, and they are the only type of game content that works on a cooldown that lasts after death. Now, wild cards are back. In this system, in every class, you can pick one of 4 wild cards that let you do things like load your primary weapon with up to 8 attachments, carry up to 6 perks, double the number of lethals and tacticals you have, or carry 3 primary perks from any mix of categories. Of course, a key component of Create a Class is the gunsmith.
Thank fucking Christ. Okay.
Black Ops Cold War, there are more options.
You had me
and
going there for a
attachments to
second
unlock
there.
and
I was
configure
panicking.
than ever before. Every
Oh
primary
my God.
weapon can be customized with 54
Oh,
attachments
man.
across 8 different nodes or attachment points.
Okay.
With at least
I feel
6
better.
options per attachment.
I feel better.
By default, you can equip 5 attachments, or 8 with the Gunfighter wildcard. For the first time, Gunsmith will show you what equipping an attachment does as a positive or negative percentage. You
Yo,
can now build
percentages?
backwards, specking out the perfect gun for results you want to see in the field.
Yes!
This
Percentages!
takes the guesswork out of the system and helps us on our never-ending quest to make the most balanced Call of Duty game you've ever played. There's one more thing I need to talk about. First up,
Okay.
we've updated score streaks.
I'm happy.
so
That was all it
firm
took.
score is
That's all it
kept
took for me.
through death. This change gives all players a chance to engage with score streaks, one of the most visceral and fun experiences across multiplayer's signature combat. If you do go on a streak and string together multiple kills before your own death, streak score bonuses help you earn into those higher-powered score streak tiers. To prevent score streak spam, each score streak will go on a cooldown after it's used to pace out frequency. So, what score streaks are we talking about?
So that's
Well,
weird.
Your favorites
They don't
are
reset
back,
on death.
but we've also got a few surprises. Score streaks in Cold War can be used in all the classic ways: to aid in taking an objective, to save your team, to break up the pace of the game with a fun new experience. We've also tailored strategy into the system, as score streaks can often be neutralized with a counter score streak. And now I'll pass it over to Sunny to share more about our operators and how they move in Black Ops Cold War.
Elites, covert, powerful. When you play as a Cold War operator, you won't just step into the boots of a highly trained precision instrument. Every movement will have a purpose. To increase the fidelity and feel of even the smallest elements, modelers, animators, and concept artists all work side by side, planning for every point of contact with every gun, every stance and position, every scenario. Thanks to increased dynamic bone counts, we've been able to enhance the effects of physics and gravity on what you carry, from the weight of your gear, like pouches and grenades, to the way a wallet chain or rope sways as you sprint. Your entire operator will move more naturally than ever. Here's 4 specific ways movement has improved through new cutting-edge techniques in animation and programmatic movement. The first is sprint takeoff. This is the feature that gives your operator a running start. You start with a little sprint and then it slows down to normal speed. This lets you feel the momentum of like where you're going and where you're going to end up. We wanted to preserve the fluidity and fun of an operator's ability to slide. In Black Ops Cold War, when you slide, you start and end in a crouch position in a believable way. This allows 2-player movement states to function better as well.
That slide looks way
all
too
while
quick.
improving gameplay and enhancing pace.
But
Footstep control also plays a big part of the new movement system. Go faster and you'll make more noise. Of course, we still have Ninja as a perk, but Ninja is no longer the only way to keep quiet. Whether or not you're crouched, how loud you get is now directly tied to how fast you're moving. Lastly, we've incorporated a classic
Ninja's
jump
a
with a
perk.
much more natural height, which will very briefly slow you down on landing. Our goal in all of these movement mechanics.
So the
is to
reason
ensure
I'm not a
operators'
fan of that
actions
is
are
because
not
now
just
it's a crutch
authentic,
perk.
but intuitive.
Everyone's going to use it
When
all
you
the
press a
time.
button
There's,
or a key,
it's
you
the
should always
best
feel
perk in the
control of
game.
your operator. And this system has been built to translate your decisions into dynamic movement more seamlessly than ever. The era of the game might be the 80s, but the characters you play will move and shoot like the world's most highly skilled operators.
Wait, was that an
Signature
M40?
combat. It isn't just
Sorry,
how a
I
gun is
was
shot. It's how that
focusing on
gun
the Ninja.
feels, how it sounds, how it's designed to create a combat experience. And combat isn't just about conflict. It's also movement. So the fluid ways in which your operators shift around the AO and carry the gear you outfit them in is just as important as the choices you give them. Choices like the overhauled Creative Class system, or all those attachment possibilities in Gunsmith, or the new ways you can earn and deploy score streaks in the thick of battle. These combat initiatives work together to deliver the most intuitive, plausible, authentic, boots-on-the-ground experience possible, and they are at the heart of Black Ops Cold War. Now, on that note, I'd like to introduce Miles, who's going to discuss some of the biggest innovations yet.
Thanks, Tony. All right, everyone, let's talk Warzone. You've seen how we're pouring it all into the Cold War multiplayer experience.
Let's see.
But let's confirm it right here, right now. Black Ops Cold War will also usher in the next evolution of Call of Duty Warzone, continuing and expanding the blockbuster Battle Royale free-to-play experience. And it'll be a true evolution, with Warzone not merely picking up where the Modern Warfare climax left off narratively, but also interweaving the themes, locations, weapons, and vehicles of Black Ops Cold War right into the action. Cold War and Warzone will also share post-launch content from a narrative standpoint across both the Battle Pass system and item shop content. This interlinks Call of Duty in ways that evolve the Warzone experience while delivering jaw-dropping moments. So yeah, you can expect some surprises along the way. One surprise we're avoiding is the feeling of starting over. It's important to us that you can still use your characters and weapons and progression-related items, which is why investment and progress in Cold War is reflected in Warzone. While these are two very big games, from the beginning they've been built to work together. Your player experience is everything to us. So we're making sure Black Ops Cold War and Warzone share progression, with much of your previously earned Modern Warfare content, from weapons to cosmetics, still available for use in both Warzone and Modern Warfare. We're collaborating with our studio partners across Call of Duty to preserve continuity while building a new chapter of Warzone that will immerse you into all of the best elements of Black Ops Cold War.
I need to see how this works.
That's multiple studios totally committed to continuing this new tradition of insanely fun, absurdly accessible Warzone action. We can't wait for you to see how Verdansk and all of Call of Duty will evolve in the year ahead. But that sense of interconnectedness, it extends beyond just Warzone. That's why I'm excited to confirm that Black Ops Cold War will not only support cross-platform play and progression, but will also deliver cross-generation play to the game. That's because Black Ops Cold War is, at its heart, a connected experience. And playing together on whatever platforms you prefer only betters that experience. Cross-play and cross-progression across current and next-generation systems across all modes. That won't be easy, but it's worth it to allow fans who have never had a chance to play together to squad up and deploy, no barriers between them.
AK-5 in the
Battle
back.
Pass system delivering a steady stream of post-launch content, Black Ops Cold War will be the very first cross-platform, cross-generation Call of Duty experience, making it the deepest game in franchise history. Vaughn, where do we go next?
Yeah, Miles, on the subject of platforms, we've got a very special guest, Mark from Enox.
Hey, what's up, Van? On behalf of Enox, we are extremely excited and proud to bring Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War to Battle.net as the lead PC developer. PC continues to be a critically important pillar of game development for the Call of Duty franchise. In addition to the major improvements we have made to Call of Duty PC in the past, including uncapped frame rates, high refresh rate support, and customized field of view, we're always looking for ways to improve features and customizable settings. One of the biggest improvements this year is that the Black Ops engine now runs on DirectX 12. This has led to a huge improvement in terms of performance and latency reduction. For players who prioritize immersive gameplay, we have a great partnership with NVIDIA to bring ray trace effects, performance accelerating deep learning super sampling or DLSS, and ray trace latency optimization technology. We will implement ray trace shadows and ambient occlusion to improve the quality of light shadow and sunlight shadow. This improves surface and contact detail and fixes problems associated with traditional shadow mapping techniques like aliasing, freckling, and disconnected shadows. Also, we will be implementing AI-powered DLSS, so players will be able to increase their frame rate while maintaining the visual quality of the game. For players looking for better responsiveness, we've integrated the Reflex low latency technology to lower system latency. This combines both GPU and game optimization. We're also happy to announce that Reflex will be coming to Call of Duty Warzone in the future. We have so much more to talk about, but right now I would like to hand it back to David Van Dorp. Van?
We've
I'm still so
declassified a whole lot
curious
today.
to see
And
how the
one
Warzone
thing is
thing is
clear.
going to work.
Black Ops Cold War is here, and it's ushering in a new chapter of deniable operations that are undeniably Call of Duty at its very best. Realistic, plausible, gritty. You've seen our team-wide commitment to storytelling, infusing the story and spirit of the Cold War narrative into everything we do, even in multiplayer. You've seen our emphasis on authenticity shine through every location, every weapon, every vehicle, every character. Each one telling a story we can't wait for you to uncover and experience. You've seen us challenge ourselves to not only innovate on classic game modes, but introduce a new generation of instant classics. Modes like VIP Escort and Combined Arms Domination. You'll see that duo played today, and it's just the start, as we've got massive drops of free content planned post-launch, including new and limited time modes. No matter what type of multiplayer gamer you are, you'll find something for you. Tying it all together is that signature combat you love. Grounded and always realistic, you'll move fast and fluid, feel powerful when you need to be, and customized just the way you want to be. The new Creative Class and Score Streak systems give you even more of what you love, infusing more control and cinematic moments with less friction between you
I
and
don't
the
know how I
gameplay
feel
than
about
ever
the
before.
score streak change, though.
And this is a true
Not we're
connected
sitting on
experience.
death.
Warzone and Cold War. The events in one will impact the events in the other, expanding Call of Duty in new ways you've never seen before. And Black Ops Cold War is not only a cross-platform game, but it's also a cross-generation cross-platform game. Now, that should be the end of our show. But this wouldn't be a Black Ops multiplayer reveal without some Black Ops style mind games. We have talked a lot today about what Black Ops is, how it feels, what it does, but for over 10 years, Black Ops is also something else. A game that consistently presses the boundaries about what multiplayer means. our team relentlessly looks for opportunities to offer new types of multiplayer experiences. In Black Ops Cold War, we're excited to be launching an entire new category of multiplayer gameplay called Fireteam. This new format of multiplayer brings together everything that we loved about making Cold War and everything you'll love about playing Cold War. Across every Fireteam mission and mode, you'll discover some of the most imaginative game loops we have ever designed. The Fireteam format allows us to emphasize teamwork and reward creativity. And it allows you to do things you've never done in Black Ops multiplayer before. You'll fight in squads of 4 called fire teams. You'll deploy into larger maps, play fast, pushing through multiplayer objectives and modes that demand quick thinking. The action won't just affect you, but the environment you battle in. Enter Fireteam Dirty Bomb, one of the most unique game loops we've ever imagined. You and your team must search for uranium. Then, deliver that uranium to Dirty Bomb's position around the map. Deposit uranium and detonate the bomb. Now, avoid radioactive fallout as you navigate a toxic battlefield. Every decision you make impacts your survival rate and your success rate. We can't wait to tell you even more about Fireteam Dirty Bomb and the other Fireteam modes and maps in the weeks ahead as we get closer to our public beta. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Let's play Black Ops Cold War.
The Fireteam thing is kind of interesting. I wonder how many players it's going to be, though. He said teams of 4, but how many teams are there, you know? This is just the trailer again.
Threat neutralized.
You're here because you're the best special forces NATO has to offer.
You're all that keeps the world from turning to cinders, comrades.
We work off the books.
Operate in the shadows.
To keep the wolves at bay.
Today,
how's it going?
Sorry, Dodger. I'll stop here for a sec.
What the fuck are we doing in Miami?
You know what? That was pretty good. Is it? I thought he said they were gonna play. I want to see some more gameplay, like not a trailer, like actual gameplay. Let's take this time here. Alright, let's take the time here to talk about my opinions. So, overall, it looks better than the leaked gameplay, that's for sure. Gunsmith is back, that makes me extremely happy. Gunsmith is the best thing about Modern Warfare, just it's the best thing. The movement, I can't tell how I feel about the movement yet, because it looks really arcadey. Looks like they took out all like the animations and it's just like really stiff looking. But maybe it's just because I haven't had hands on yet. Maybe I'm just not putting it together in my head or whatever, but I'll reserve judgment on it. It just looks a little off to me. Visually, obviously, very pretty game. I'd say it looks about as good as Modern Warfare. I don't know. It's hard to tell from a 1080p stream, you know. Warzone, I'm really interested to see what they do going forward. I just don't see, because they confirmed they're going to be able to use the Modern Warfare operators and the Modern Warfare weapons and all that shit still. So I don't know how it's gonna. Like, how's it going to tie in? Like, which version of the game are we going to be playing? Is it going to be... Are we going to be playing the Modern Warfare, like, gameplay style? Or are we going to playing the Cold War gameplay style? Like, is there going to be mounting still? Or are they taking it out? Because I know mounting's not in this game. So, I just don't see, like... I don't see how they're handling it. And I really need to see more. Because I'm very curious. And then I'm also interested to see what they do with zombies. Because Ether's over, so what are they going to do?
Access to the open beta.
Don't think they're doing chaos.
The Woods operator pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone.
Ooh, ooh. We were just talking about you, zombies. Definitely doesn't look definitely doesn't look like either zombies. Excuse me.
Welcome to the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War worldwide multiplayer reveal. The devs from Treyarch just gave us our first look into the details around the next generation of global combat for Cold War multiplayer, so thank you, team.
We are pumped to start showcasing all the different deniable operations and signature combat experiences they've been talking about. This right here is where we step into the awesome chaos of multiplayer, and wow, does what they've got on tap this year look good.
We're going live with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War multiplayer, bringing you action from dozens of top creators and CBL pros from across the planet, from their homes to our studio to you, in a way and scale we've never done before. Each one of them is about to deep dive into the game, and we'll be jumping on board with them to get you all the action.
You know what I'm surprised I haven't heard yet?
Right here is the place where we're giving you the goods. Core 6v6 style Black Ops modes like TDM, Kill Confirm,
I wonder where they're hiding.
Domination.
And we're about to wreak some havoc in brand new modes like Combined Arms, which just happens to include the vehicle-fueled warfare we gave you a little taste test of earlier. This unprecedented worldwide reveal also means that you're about to get your first good look at the highly competitive VIP Escort mode.
And as a bonus for everyone watching this stream, we'll also talk about how Treyarch is approaching free post-launch content for Black Ops Cold War, as well as how they've optimized multiplayer for PlayStation 5.
This sounds awesome! Are you okay? Are you ready?
Holy shit, yes, I am ready!
Let's do this!
What's up, guys? I'm Nameless, and I'm here to make sure that you guys don't miss any of the crazy moments that we have throughout the day. We have some of the top streamers from around the entire world itching to play Cold War, and we're going to be kicking it off here very shortly. These guys have been streaming. These are your favorite guys playing, you know, different games that we've had over the years, and playing up some of them on the screen right now. We are going to have some of the guys that I've been loving to play with and watch over the years. Bobby Poff Gaming, Driftor, Cat Conti, Cat Gun, Legion. You know these guys from YouTube, from Twitch, from all over the world. One of my favorites being Nick Merckx, Noah J, Sean J Gaming, and also Marksman. I can't wait to watch these guys drop in on our Armada. Symphony, Teep, TIMTHETATMAN, hopefully he can stay on the map, and also Try Max. It's going to be an incredible day. We also have many more.
So this is probably the leaked gameplay we saw.
They're going to be all participating today. And now let's take a look at what these guys are going to be starting off with. We have 12 versus 12 Combined Arms Domination on Armada. This is the first map ever to be fully on water. But let's kick things off, and I'm going to throw it to Maven and Merc.
Thank you so much, Nameless. Yes, for the commentary, myself and Big Merc. How you doing, buddy?
I'm just so excited to be here. Obviously, we love revealing these things, and while I cannot wait to jump into the gameplay, the trailers, they just look so darn good.
Yeah, it's like death taxes, and we know we've got a new Call of Duty every year, and I'm excited to get into this and look at all, the new modes, the new vehicles, all the stuff we're going to touch on, whether it's for casual player or competitive player. We're going to go through all the cool features this game has. We've obviously had some eyes on with it, seen some of the players playing it, looked at some of the internal stuff, and it's just really cool, like the passion and excitement. Well, you saw from all the devs, everybody's ready to get this game out there for people to play.
Yeah, just so many new things that we're going to be taking a look at, just so many new features. As Nameless was saying, this map entirely on water. There's vehicles you can take around the map. You can play on
looks
the
like
boats.
L96,
There's
but
5 different zones.
they could.
It's first to 400.
It either could be a different variant that I'm not aware of, or it could be they're changing the names because of licensing, like they always do.
Off lately, it's awesome to see his success, and obviously a very talented Call of Duty player in his own right. We'll see if he can hit with a sniper. Just taking a look at our good buddy Mud Dog's in there, Jericho, Teep. You've got a full laundry list of just popular streamers going off as Noah J hitting shots.
And just right away,
there's the
you look at this map, you look at this
also
gameplay,
renamed. That's unfortunate.
That's
an iconic.
Pops out. You have so many different
gun.
attachments that we're
You can't rename the
You
spot
see the kill feed. You have the traditional Black Ops mini map. Man, I just love Treyarch.
No, yeah, I love the mini-maps. So the first things we noticed when you took a look at the new title coming out this year. But Noah, as you'll see in pubs more often than not, he's set up in a power position, snipe in hand, just looking to drop numbers. But yeah, I mean, he's been around for so long, comfortable with every dev, every title, as he's experienced everything Call of Duty has to offer. But yeah, it's what Nameless was saying. Just this is like what the first map that's completely on water. You already see score streaks coming in. I believe that was a attack chopper in, as he is just dominating the other team, but still a tight race in the score department.
Yeah, I mean, his first clip when he first tweeted out, I was watching as you guys were introing it. You know, we were going through the devs, and he goes, "Sniping is back." Noah's so excited. You see the zip line coming through from ship to ship. It just looks so smooth. Chaos in the air.
It's a cool map. It's like really, really big though, and that has me a little worried.
Well, let's see if he can keep it rolling. It's been one heck of a life for him.
But they did say this was one of the 12v12 like big maps, so it's probably fine. It's probably fine.
Got the shotgun for close range.
Oh, I saw the MP5 on the ground.
Domination, 12v12, and we're going to be showing a wide range of stuff today, right? We're going to have some 6v6, 12v12, showing different maps, from your 3-lane maps to your more open kind of sandbox maps as well.
Do we not have sound? Like, what's going on here?
There's something for every player in this title, and you know, we'll progress through that over the course of the next 2 hours or so.
And it keeps freezing.
Just exciting to see the new twists on gameplay that Treyarch have to provide.
Like, turn the music off, turn the sound on, like, let's hear what's going on.
With throughout their cycles has just been insane.
Yeah, and something to notice today when we're going through domination, something that's a little bit new compared to past Call of Duty titles. It's not just one flag. It's more of an area that you're really going to be capturing. It's going to create more of a, I think, a combat dynamic around those zones, right? So, you know, you can play in different areas. You can capture it from different spots. But here as well, sounds like we're hopping on board with Swag. We're going to be jumping from lobby to lobby. We got a lot of different creators as they get started.
Yeah, I was going to say, Priesta looks a little bit different right
Swag.
now. This is Swag. We've been watching him a lot on Warzone. We know what a monster he can be. But over to Jericho, one of my favorite streamers to watch. You know, he gets in some of these big tournaments he'll play in on Warzone in various modes. And Jericho, maybe not the most talented player in the entire world.
Is that an M40 or is that supposed to be an R870? Because that's also supposed to be coming to Modern Warfare.
That guy's a beast.
He loves to have fun, and that's what's important. You know, he's trying to show off the zip lines a little bit. You can hear
oh yeah, he says it is the R700.
I mean, they've had some experiences.
So yeah, it looks like they're renaming it. I wonder if they're going to rename it in Modern Warfare as well.
But here you go. You see him taking a boat, trying to capture this A zone, and yeah, swimming. Well, when was the last time you saw someone with Black Ops 3, right? So, you know, you have these different features from past titles in this game.
Swimming,
we'll see
interesting.
What he can do from the sneaky underwater positions, but yeah, just working the objective for now. As his team, I think, doesn't have a single cap as of now. But remember, we're going to be hopping through a variety of matchups, right? There's a lot of players playing this, a lot of different streamers. If you're wondering why the score looks a little bit different, we're just hopping through a ton of different POVs and showing you guys how stuff is breaking down throughout the course of the day. As we go right over to Marksman, and he's in a boat looking to get busy.
Yeah, you can see he's got a turret on him as well. Well, you can hear that minigun go off later. Priesta, that's a nice headshot. Marksman, known for his search and destroy gameplay. He has been playing Call of Duty for so long since, I mean, we've been involved. So great to see him involved today. But yeah, just patrolling the area right now with this boat. And well, Swag, he's getting aggressive. He's got the MP5, the classic MP5, and you can just hear Tim yelling.
Yes, Tim, I get it. I'm not a father, but I am also bald, and I know it makes life a little bit more difficult. But Tim, there is love out there for bald men like us, and you're an absolute beast. But yeah, are you surprised to see Swag with an MP5 in hand?
No,
looks to be very natural.
Yeah, getting aggressive.
XM4,
you watch him play
Warzone. This commando.
Tim, on the other hand, you see the movement coming in. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they're used to Modern Warfare. It's going to take them some time to get used to the movement throughout the maps, and nice shots on it by Tim. He's rocking that assault rifle.
Clip it and ship it. Well, it's going to be interesting, too. You've seen, like, they talked a little bit about the score streak stuff and how it's going to work, right? That's going to carry on through death, and depending if you're getting a lot of kills within that one death, there's a multiplayer to work with. But also, one thing I kind of like is, you know, we've talked about sort of score streak spam in the past when somebody's going off. The fact that there's going to be kind of a cooldown on it, so there won't be that same spam, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. I'm excited to see how it works, and the various pub modes, but we'll take a look at kind of the loadout screen as he's changing, getting into a different one. So I think that's courage we're hearing as well, maybe a little coaching for the squad.
At least I do, so that's what I'm going to
Hi, Drifter.
All right, so Drifter, you're hearing his strategy around this zone. He likes to get in the water, likes to get busy, just trying to look around him, man. It just looks so darn good in this area. All the different graphics, all the different colors.
Basically.
I was actually thinking about that, like,
Oh.
it's actually crazy.
For you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
It's
be
actually
able to deal with
crazy,
that
like
very
how
well, so I'm actually gonna
wild, like just water graphics have gone. Now that's like a silly thing to
is
talk
the
about when you think about
permanently
years and years and years ago, like various
Okay, so
games.
I'm
Like
gonna go
it's
around.
just nutty how far it's come.
They're all above me. If I try to go out any other
Looks
way,
like
oh
Drifter.
god.
Trying to figure out what he wants,
just
but
got rid
I
of
just
the
love the
freaking C4, so I
74U.
can't
It's
deal
always
with
been one of my
can't
favorite
hike
guns.
the
Back from COD 4, back from Black Ops 1. I am so excited that it's
Back from Modern
here
Warfare.
in Cold War.
Guns in that
shot
game,
by
too.
Drifter with that headshot taking down Hutch. Hutch. As he just continues to go around this zone, and well, it is the that's not Hutch.
Well, that's Karma.
That's
That is
Karma.
one of the greatest Call of Duty players of all time. Absolute monster.
You guys
And he's actually one of my favorites to watch at the beginning of the games because
Come on, Seth.
he is always switching it up, trying different weapons. Like the guy.
Yeah, turn that motion blur off, man.
No, yeah, no, he just loves the game. Man. He really loves the game. I think a little bit of trash talk that was coming from his former teammate and scump, Seth Abner. Abner, absolute monster.
Abner?
Yeah, I'm not sure who Seth Abner is, but yeah, Seth Abner, absolute beast.
Man.
Okay. Well, maybe to a different
Oh
POV.
wait! Oh, he was watching Scump.
Oh,
He wasn't even playing. We were watching Scump. That
Wow,
makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, I was wondering why I was
That's
hearing
funny.
kind of Seth's callouts more than anything. And this is enabled. What's going on with his hair, Joe?
I mean, listen, the guy, as a boat just flew off. I don't know what was going on. Nice shots, takes down Courage. I don't know. You know, he didn't have the best year for the Seattle Surge, and listen, he's trying to earn some subs.
He goes by Deputy Hadbad now.
I don't know what
in case
that
you weren't aware.
really means, but I love it.
Yeah, and this is a guy whose company we've enjoyed a lot this year playing Call of Duty with. Symphony, absolute monster, one of the most talented aimers I've ever had the privilege of playing with. The guy is nutty, and well, you can see how accurate he can be. There's Hutchy Poo. How you doing, sir?
Hutch back in the boat. Back in the boat. Is he just going to get it? Get on the turret as well. Tries to take down the players ziplining across. And I don't know, man. Watching the players zipline, it just looks so smooth. The pace they go at, it looks incredible.
No, it really, really does. Like, it's just going to be a fun mode to... I mean, what's the... As much as we can talk about different maps and competitive and 3 lanes or sandbox, wherever it is, like at its core, Call of Duty is just fun. And this just looks like it's going to be a blast. Because I'm at the most comfortable in the water, Joe. I'm a modern-day Aquaman.
Are you,
No, I hate the ocean, I'll be honest with you. I'm just absolutely terrified of open water. No.
yeah, you don't seem like a big
Okay.
fan of it.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm feeling this a lot more now. Just actually getting to watch like real gameplay, like uninterrupted gameplay. I'm feeling this a lot more.
Calling Jaws, I like that.
I'm with that.
You're fucking high.
I don't think Nick is very pleased with how that gunfight just went for him.
No, he got smoked. He got headshotted. It was, well, yeah. I mean, sometimes you get headshot in Call of Duty, that messes with you. But Nick, we know how into the game Nick is based on where his cam is. Nice shots right there on the Symphony. And if you can see his forehead, he's into it.
He's not, yeah, like, he's not sweating enough yet.
No.
You mean like once it's only forehead?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I guess it would only be hat.
Yeah, right. Well, over to Legion. God, if you haven't checked out his stream, one of the more entertaining people in the world.
Not a fan of how the guns were
Fantastic
renamed. Let's
singing
be real
voice as
here.
well.
But it's okay. It's okay. I dealt with it in Modern Warfare. I can deal with it now.
You want to come in here and see my watch?
What's up, Diesel? Slapshot.
Yeah, I do.
I think he's just,
But yeah,
I don't know
this is
what
live.
that
This
was.
is
I have
recorded.
no
Look, I'm
idea.
actually playing the alpha right now.
Yeah, no, this is live for
if
us
you guys
too.
have any
All of it.
questions or
Live
anything,
action going down now.
Feel free to
He's-
ask, and I'll try to answer them the best I can.
He's gonna
What
try
we're
and answer
playing
some
right
questions
now
with his
is
chat.
a mode called Combined Arms. This is kind
Go
of
ahead,
like
take him through it.
Yeah, no,
Treyarch's
Joe and I'll just shut up. He's just
Ground
breaking
War.
it down for you guys. This is
That's
fantastic.
the best way to explain
I
it.
like that. Is he taking
Oh, Type 63.
It's not
He's
as
got
big
what,
as Ground
he's
War.
got,
Smaller
he's got a
teams.
shotgun.
It's 12v12.
Okay, yeah, 12v12,
but there's 6
not as big as
flags
Ground
and
War.
5 flags on.
You know what blows my mind about this stuff? Because obviously, well, I'm not very good at it, but like, I can like answer questions with viewers and stuff while I'm playing, but doing like a full like commentary and like answering a lot of questions, like, I can't do it. Like I get people doing it like over their gameplay as like a VOD thing, but that's a skill to just sit there and just still play casually and fry while you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have game audio up. He was there like, I'm going to present to you Call of Duty, but here's Testament, one of the best snipers in the world, especially in Call of Duty. This guy, I'm sure he's already got some ridiculous clips on his YouTube, on his social media.
You're sitting next to one of the greatest snipers alive too, Joe.
Honestly,
yeah, the sniping looks good. Modern Warfare sniping is, well, using the car is fantastic, but everything else is garbage, so
I do it every day.
it is good to see sniping be effective in this game. Because I like sniping. Sniping is fun.
Nice little cheeky position there as people are pushing out, able to line up multiple. You see the health port in effect too. They're just cutting through the opposition, trying to work towards that E-cap. As we get back over to Drifter, well, getting in the boat didn't go super well.
Deputy had bad.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Deputy had bad. You got to watch out for Enable because you're about to get had bad.
And listen, for some of these content creators, there are some demons in these lobbies in the Call of Duty Elite Pros that, listen, it's going to be tough for them to win.
Wait, what is Scump? Look at the kill feed.
He's on he's got a chopper gunner. If we can go to Scump's point of view, I don't know if we could switch, but he's doing some crazy stuff with the streaks.
I'm pretty sure I just saw like 7 to 8 straight kills pop
that's
up
a
for
car.
Scump.
It's an RC car.
I like the RCXD, glad that's back too.
Absolutely frying them.
Yeah, no, he has been. He has been. He is just keeping it rocking. AK-74U in hand. Streaks have been soaring. They're up 100 points, and the king is here. Oh yeah, surprise!
Timmy. Oh, Timmy's got an artillery called in. That's going to connect with you. You hear Jack. Jack is just lighting it up in the kill feed with the chopper gunner. It seems like some of our players are starting to figure this out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these guys, like, it's been cool to see them like kind of come back to their roots. You know, they'll play other titles at times, but just coming back to their love for Call of Duty. Like Tim, for example, has just been loving the grind as of late. Courage JD, one of my best pals, and I hate to give him credit, but he's actually pretty nasty at the game as well.
Hutch has just been in the water.
He's exploring.
No, he is. Listen, that's what you're going to see.
Well, he's been playing like Flight Simulator as of late, so that probably
RPD
feels more natural for
looking
him right now.
nice.
He's exploring. But I'll tell you what, if they put like I don't know what they're called, the wake runners or the jet skis in the game, like they put that in the CDL, do you think that Doug Sensor Martin actually could get on a pro team?
We'll have to look at the maps, but there's an opportunity. He's got the practice. He has the experience.
If there's a jet ski, there's a chance.
That certainly
You know he's got the determination.
He's retiring. He's back. He's retired. We love you, Doug Sensor Martin.
Oh my gosh.
Legion's just laughing. I don't know.
What?
What?
Alright, I'm gonna show you guys. This isn't really a game.
I pride myself in my accents, but he might be a little bit better at it than I am.
This map, besides the sniper rifle right now, because we don't have enough time left to switch
I don't think
up.
so.
But I'm gonna show you guys like the RPD.
Okay, so it looks like a lot of people.
Oh, can we switch loadouts mid game again, like Modern Warfare?
It's just one of those maps that it's either like long range fights with a sniper or close range up close and personal with a shotgun or an MP5. But there's the defeat.
Dude, I kept hearing someone go, "Oh my gosh, that's his sub sound." That's what that was. I literally just kept hearing it going over and over and over again. I was like, "What is going on in this stream?"
That makes sense.
Make sure I'm doing everything I need to be doing.
Well, as he thanks to subs, we wrap up the first map. Leisha, enjoy that little 70 train. Hope you're having a great time. But
we got it out here.
we're going to go through a lot of different maps and modes. That was the first of the 12v12 on Armada.
And then you see some, the post game. You have score, you have damage dealt, you have eliminations again. You had EKIA in Black Ops 4. It looks like that's making that return, and you can sort of see
EKIA is
your
back.
past history throughout that. So that's awesome to see.
Yeah, very clean. But they'll get ready, locked and loaded to get into the next game as we continue on through the Cold War multiplayer reveal. We hope you like to look at the first map. But again, this is going to be a wide range. We're going to try and show everything, like more vehicle and sandbox maps like you just saw there. We'll get to smaller maps as well as we continue on through.
I want to check out Miami.
Yeah,
That's
Miami
what I
just
wanna
looked.
see.
It was just easy on the eyes, right?
It looks pretty.
It was just pretty. It was absolutely beautiful. But we kind of talked through the gameplay. We saw a lot of different POVs to break down some of the best moments. We're going to toss it over to Nameless.
Thanks, guys. That was an incredible game. That was just a hilarious, fun, and entertaining way to kick off the day. And what I really like about Combined Arms is that it fits everybody's playstyle. There's things for everybody to do. You saw Marksman loving the boat. You saw a lot of people sniping, and then you saw some of our CDL pros like Scump using that AK-74U. I mean, the sniper can be so deadly on this map because there are super long-range fights that you can take from boat to boat. And if you really want to get crazy, you can try to snipe somebody off the zip line. But those guys are moving really, really fast, so it could be very difficult. So as you can see right here, we have Noah J. He's using a sniper and a shotgun, and SKYZ, one of our CDL pros. He was in the boat early on, and what I find interesting about the boats is you can operate the turret as you're driving it, and then a lot of the time, somebody's just gonna throw a grenade or a C4 at you and just blows up right away. Yeah, Marksman was just hanging out with this boat, dude, just driving around. He's the player that just enrages me when I'm playing. But right there, we just saw a boat just fly up into the sky out of nowhere. I think a naval just bumped into it, but we see some M4s. For those of you who love Warzone, the M4 is back, and it's fantastic in this game. You can see them beaming people long range. Moving over to Symphony. This guy has the absolute best shot in the game. Nick Merckx was running that 74U as well. He was just trying to get up close and personal inside of some of the domination points, and he was playing real well early on, trying to pick up those streaks. And I also noticed a lot of players were loving to use that TAC laser, so you can just hip fire people up close and string together multi-kills, as well as the sniper right here, just fantastic headshots. He had an opportunity for the triple, and he was trying to get the beat, and you can hear him, he raged right there at the very end. And Hutch is one of my favorites.
Looks like War Machine is a kill streak as well.
Boat right here, channeling his inner jet ski, trying to pick up some kills. And you know, the element of swimming is back, and it's also insane because when you're underwater, you can see people crystal clear from a distance. Legion as well with the sniper here, picking up some kill feeds, getting one of those final kill cams. Ultimately, his team ended up losing the game, but that was just an insane way to start it off. You saw Scump pick up that chopper gunner. He picked up like 8-9 kills. But for now, we got to watch some more gameplay. So take it away, Jess.
Thank you so much, Ant. Yeah, I am so excited to see these VIP escort missions. It's matches rather. It's 6v6. The key is one player on the board is the VIP, and depending on which team you're on, you're either trying to rescue the VIP or kill them. So I cannot wait. I believe we're going to be playing on Miami. So that's the map that Merc and Maven, I know you guys were just hyping up. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm excited to see the new mode, but yeah, really to see Miami. It was cool to hear kind of the the level designers talk about it, but aesthetically it was just very, very pleasing. I like neon lights. I like colors. It looked gorgeous, Joe, just like your eyes.
Listen, I would love to go on a date in Miami with you.
He does look pretty nice.
We did. We did that last year.
Yeah,
we went there for some football event.
Right
we went and saw a film together. We had a nice dinner.
I want to do it again. But I don't know, dude. Just the 80s style that they were talking about. As you said, the neon lights. You're going to have the water that are going to play. The way the levels designers talked about it. There's just a lot of different elements to it. It's sort of, you can play very aggressive through the middle of the street.
So I'm actually really curious to see how Satellite plays. Because Satellite looks gigantic for 6v6. Honestly.
Yeah, so we're going to get that a little bit later in the show.
Yeah, so we'll get to that later, but we're going to be playing 6v6, kill confirmed on Satellite. When you talk about Satellite, not a lot of buildings to go
No, it's all terrain. There are no buildings.
Yeah, no buildings. You heard the devs talk about it. It's a big fight around that sort of center satellite.
Yeah, and Kill Confirmed has obviously been a fan favorite. That's always been my go-to for, pubs? I don't even know why, like pubs and just leveling up weapons or leveling up my character. I feel like it's always been one of the faster ones to get experience, and it's just always been fun because it's like TDM, but adds that little objective thing. Because for those of us that aren't as talented like me, I like to go around and collect all the tags.
Well, it's like this momentum mode where, like, if you get going, you get the kills, you get the objectives, you can have some big games. But I am excited to see Satellite and how this plays. As you said, you can play sort of out in the dunes with snipers. You can play close quarters.
Well, how different is it from what we just saw? We were just in the
it's very different.
Open water with jet skis and boats. Now we're heading to the desert, so should be quite a bit different. But you're probably going to see people messing with all different types of weapons. And yeah, this is a lot more similar to last year when you talk about stuff like Gunsmith and the attachments that you can put on guns and how you can deck them out. And just the amount of variance that you can have. Like, it seems like fans really, really liked that last year. They really like,
yes,
I guess the more you can customize, the better in a lot of people's eyes. That is going to be here and even bigger and better.
Well, it's just a sort of, you have the weapon, and I think in past Call of Duties, you had the weapon, and it was basically, it had one play style around it, right? And I think what last year and this year,
vehicle damage,
you can use that weapon, and you can play around it in so many different ways. So it's a combination of, You have the different weapon styles, but you can also switch those weapons up.
It's like my LMG is suddenly an SMG? What did I do?
Yeah, what is this 60-round mag? I have that quick reload? This is awesome.
Yeah, the variance that you can have is nuts.
Aiming speed,
Well, Drifter,
I like
if you
that.
haven't watched him before, he is the guy to watch talk about weapons. Like, I remember, God, this is all the way back in like AW or something, but he was like telling pro players but to use one weapon versus another because the RPM of the bullets was fast. He really breaks it down on a technical level. So if you ever want to check him out, very, very cool. But right now we're basically just waiting on one of these differing squads we have to get into game. It looks like they're getting ready to load in now.
That is cool, the way look at that, the way you load into the map.
It almost looks like something from like a major motion
It looks like a
picture
trailer.
from a movie.
Yeah,
like a movie
dude,
trailer or
it looks
something,
so
right?
cool. Oh, you have the entrance as well. You come in on the dune buggies, and then you go to to war.
It's a Mad Max, right?
Yeah, dude, this is so dope.
Let's get right into the mix.
This is not my skill set exactly, so I hope that you're ready for some.
I'm ready,
rough.
Drifter.
Okay.
That's fine. We've all been there.
We
Listen,
like
the
it
new
rough.
Call of Duty comes out, you got to try everything. You got to try everything.
I just want to get close enough.
Yeah, we'll see how he can get
We
rolling,
stop
but
that. We don't like that.
you see the tags everywhere you've got to collect if you're not familiar with the mode, but
I'm gonna sneak up behind this
mostly
guy.
we're going to kind of enjoy the variance in this map versus what we just saw. Nice little flankarooski through from Legion to pick up the kill.
Yeah, and this is what the devs are talking about. You have this sort of left side of the map, it looks like where Teep's at right now. We love Tyler Teep, Pol Chow. We love that guy. As he's fighting around the satellite, around these close pass, and then you can go to the other side where you have everything open.
You see Teep just trying to find, kind of talking with his stream about guns that he likes. Some that have been more powerful for him, stuff he's like to roll with. The Type 63 in hand now, and you've heard him say it hits hard. Like it looks like he's like 2 or 3 shotting the players he's pushing.
Yeah, this is a semi-auto gun.
They
Somebody use this gun for probably a
Okay, so the Type 63 is semi-auto. I didn't know or couldn't tell really. Just from
gun. And now we both expect Teep to have some big games today.
Give me that, give me that.
As he starts to snap on board, and there is a Sim with the 74U. Again, I think the 74U just right away going to be people's favorite.
This is one of those like all-time favorite guns right there, a blast.
And stuff. I like this one.
Yeah, I think this map will be just a blast. Like
the stakeout,
combat.
that gun's not really called the stakeout. Like in real life, it's not called that. So how come when they brought it into this game, why did they rename it?
And you can see
why did they name it the Hauer 77? That's not the name of the gun in real life.
To that, it looks like the sliding mechanic very.
So why did they take away the code name and then give it a new code name that people aren't familiar with? I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
Wants to use rocking the Pellington right now, but you gotta go through your sensitivities. You gotta get comfortable.
Yeah, I guess you can.
That's like the thing I do for like the first hour of a new Call of Duty. Is just going through all the settings, making sure everything's
Especially
set right.
nowadays, you're like, what does this do?
I can change dead zone and zoom sense. And
whoa.
There's no sniper glint. That's another thing.
Yeah, once you can.
No sniper glint? That's interesting. I wonder how that's going to affect Warzone. And by wonder, I mean I know that's going to affect Warzone.
Yeah. All right. You can definitely fine tune. That just goes back to kind of what we're talking about, like the level of customization. And Hutch is just mind blown currently by the level of talent in this lobby.
Yeah, they used to talk about Ricky, who is Los Angeles Guerrillas coach. So yeah, but he used to be a pro player.
This map is so big for 6v6.
But I don't think I'm going to. I think, you know, we're low-tier street gang out here.
Were other streamers asking him not to use the RC car because he's just blowing them up?
Okay. Yes. Typical gamer
What
might
is
be
that
my
good?
dad.
That looks
Dr.
good.
Odin, I appreciate the 14 moments. I'm going to show you guys too.
Yeah, he missed all of his shots, and typical gamer did not. His Legion got fried, and
all right, say a prayer.
Now he is his papa.
Yeah, you have all these content creators in pros, and they want to put up the biggest games today, right? Like, they want the most eyes on them. They're trying to say, hey, you see what I just did today?
Yeah, so just a reminder in case you weren't aware, like, you can watch the main broadcast here. We'll be hopping through a lot of the different POVs, and you know, Joe and I'll be breaking down a lot of stuff with you from highlights and Nameless as well, but all these guys are individually pushing their POVs as well.
You can't pull your gun out while doing it. You like put your hands down, you know what I'm saying?
So that was Black Ops 4.
Well, thinking about the drop shot, the slide mechanics, I think they're I don't want to say controversial is the right word, but the difference in them between devs and titles, like there's a lot of difference there. So you always want the first thing a pro player or top player like Priest is trying to figure out is movement mechanics, which maybe give you an edge. So a little bit different of a drop shot.
Dude, turn that motion blur off, my friend. That shit is so ugly. Motion blur is garbage, and I don't know why game developers keep trying to put them in their games.
What have you been doing the past 9 months, right? In Modern Warfare is doing that. So just trying to make some adjustments as we hop on board with Sim.
We actually enjoyed pizza and ice cream with Sim yesterday. It was wonderful.
It was great to meet Sim. He is exactly.
I really want to get this freaking.
What was that ice cream?
Chopper.
Like rolled up ice cream or something? It was so
I had
good.
Reese Puffs on it. It was a peanut butter blast.
Yes, it was.
Kismet just see me die. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Show us the YY. I mean, this is
excuses.
the YY. I'm YYing right now.
For the first time in Scum's life, he was the bait.
Yeah. Quite literally, the first time ever.
Not that crazy of an animation.
But I think it's cool to, obviously we'll be chatting through stuff, just high level, enjoying the different players going through it. But it's cool just, I feel like we've gone through, what, 15 different POVs,
like MW.
And hearing them focus on different things, because a lot of them come
slide
from different
canceling
backgrounds,
works
right?
like
Some are
MW.
players, some are casual
Important to
players,
Scum
some are
anyways.
streamers, and just hearing the different things they're focusing on as we get into the game is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, people who are trying to focus on trying different weapons. You got the
Krieg
pros who are
6.
trying to
That's
figure out
the,
mechanics.
AK5, right?
What they're going to focus on is we're on board with Espresso. See, he's got the Krieg out right now. But yeah, you heard Scum sort of talk about the slide cancel, the slide movements, pretty similar, but the drop shot not as much.
This hurts. Well, a little bit of a streak rolling here as he continues to try and finesse with one of our favorite guns, the MP5. Absolute powerhouse at close range. Hits like a truck, hip fire, tried and true.
We're not doing too bad this game, eh?
Yeah, well, from what we've seen, you have been sort of running in circles.
MP5 looks nice.
But he's posted up and looking for
I love the MP5, like not just in Modern Warfare, just like as a gun in general.
Bait the tag. I like it.
So
yeah, you can just tell much smaller map than what we saw, but I don't know who that was.
I'm always interested
that
to
was
see
a
like what the
nice
MP5's
shot
like.
With the 74U.
The 74U is the gun to use.
I think it was Noisy Butters. I think it was Noisy Butters just smoked him.
1000%.
Jesus Christ, that like camera setup is super good.
Well, we're talking about
I don't know who
Noisy.
this is,
She's
but
talking about metas already in the alpha. You see the
depth of
the
field
top
and
right,
everything,
and his
like, looking
alpha
great.
gameplay.
Cool.
The devs are watching this. There's gonna be
What
some
did she say?
adjustments. She's like,
AK-74U is 100% the meta?
The meta, 100%.
All right, okay, well, it's set in stone.
Why do I throw C4? Like, why am I even using it? I don't know.
It's the Warzone mindset.
C4, yeah.
Yeah, the Warzone mindset.
Hear stuff in this game? Do you know how lovely that is? Do you know how great that is?
I tend to agree with you.
That's probably, I don't know who.
She's talking about the different
Well,
audio that we touched on with the devs coming into
I don't want to misquote it because I know Jess went through a lot of it, and you heard the devs talk about it. But yeah, the 3D audio, talking about the directional sound and how what is the? Dude, I gotta look this up. I have all the sheets in front of me. What was the thing where it like focuses more on what's happening near you, which sounded awesome. Where did I have that? Hold up. I have so many notes. Okay, hold up. The threat priority system. So the new threat priority audio system dynamically assigns priorities to various
Glitches.
sounds during a firefight, ensuring the player hears all the sounds they need to be successful. I think that's awesome. Like to just to focus on like the key couple of things you really need
Not
to hear
glitched
during
out.
a gunfight.
Yeah, I mean, you think about like in the past of score streaks
And then she
going
got
off,
spawned on.
streaks going
There's a
off,
lot.
You having to heal. It feels like
Yikes.
this system is gonna try to. What do you need to hear? What is gonna help you most?
Yeah, audio obviously not an easy thing to nail, but it's cool to see the new tech coming into play from Treyarch for this particular title.
We kind of closing.
And all I keep thinking about is like what the Dune trailer came out today. We're just battling the dunes now. I'm very excited for that film, Joe. I'm sorry.
It looked incredible. Not as incredible as this game though. I
That is
cannot
true.
lie.
That is true.
But I'm bored with Shane, London Royal Ravens coach. He used to be a pro player. He is in a pretty intense lobby. It looks like this is a close.
I don't like the way the laser looks either. The laser looks like
he's got this 74 out.
kind of gross.
But yeah, you can sort of see the slide mechanics.
You spotted a squadron of them coming over here.
How
My
quick you
game
can
is spent shooting
sort of
down
turn
the
a corner.
helicopters than playing the game, which is a
But
problem.
it seems
I
like
don't
gone
know
up
how
a
they're
little
gonna bounce
bit
back.
slower maybe than last year, but
Okay, and you hear sort of JERICHO talking about the score.
Oh my
streaks,
God.
right? Because they don't reset on death. You're playing
Okay,
with some
yeah.
of the best players in the world. They're
Attack
going to get
helicopter
those
that was
really
already
deep
over halfway
choppers.
damaged when he
You need
started
a player
firing
like
and hit it
JERICHO
with
to
2
shoot him
rockets.
down. Maven,
And
you
it didn't
did
go
that
down.
well
That's a little
before we used to
ridiculous.
play pub. That was your go-to.
I find a lot of
Shit should be
satisfaction
3
in
rockets
just
at the
showing, oh, you're
most.
frying the lobby, well, I'm gonna fry your score streaks.
Dude, look at that. Look at the drop shot nerf.
I think I saw a skunk into
Yeah. So this particular
Oh, there's a
game
stoner.
is close. The other one looks to be a bit of a blowout.
It un-ADS this every time.
Yeah, it almost looks like the weapons are like as efficient as the rockets at ripping down the score streak. So,
and that did not pan out. Okay, cool.
And you heard Driftor talk about that going to prone, it un-ADSs you. And that's just sort of dev to dev, right? I mean, that's typically what Treyarch does. We saw that in Black Ops 4 as well. A lot of that is
Oh, Napalm Strikes Back.
shots in some games, but
1, 2, 3, it just
trying to stay alive.
Well,
Is this
unfortunately.
well, that was a close one.
He just destroyed a chopper, and I heard another one getting called in there. So that was tough, but it is a 7-point loss for Driftor and company. The score streaks were raining on it at the tail end of it, but for those of you killed confirmed lovers, this looks like a very, very fun map.
Yeah, with kill streaks not resetting on death,
Obviously, a lot of new things
they
coming
can't
to
be
this
too
title,
strong.
New maps, new modes.
We
but
can't have
the
choppers
familiarity
taking
of the Call of
7
Duty franchise
rockets
still
to
there,
take
and this seems
down.
to be a fun one.
Yeah, it absolutely does. Just a lot of close quarters combat. It feels like
Ooh,
you're spawning and
there's
you're
the-
right into the action, right? Just right into it. You're gonna have to take your time. As yeah, these guys are gonna just try and figure out what they want to use for the next map.
I like.
Wait, Perk
Ooh,
Greed?
the wild cards. I actually wanted to see these.
Exactly. He's going
What did
through
Perk
the
Greed
various
do?
guns, also looking at different perks. that
I
he
thought they
wants
said
to
it
check
only
out.
gave you
Ooh, I saw
3
Ninja. That makes me very excited. Has a perk
of one
feature.
class of perk. But it looked like he had 6
Doesn't
perks.
remind me of a ninja.
I need to see
I don't
what
really
that
think-
does
No, I
later.
don't think so. But
Not at
I
all.
saw that, like, you
Not at
can
all.
walk, and that is dead silent as well. So it looked like Ninja, it deals with, it's quieter the more you sprint. So there's definitely, you know, you have to play around the audio system, the movement system. It's going to be awesome.
God, your Call of Duty brand is just beautiful.
I
Joe.
just read stuff. People
Oh,
that play the game.
theater mode's confirmed.
They're just telling me what to do.
It's attractive, Joe. That's all I'm going to tell you. But
The
that'll
game
do it
does
for us on that
support
particular map.
120
We're gonna
hertz
get right over.
on PS5.
That's all right, Joe. I read stuff as well.
And
But
ray
that
tracing.
map looked absolutely amazing. I mean, you saw a lot of the players. While
Time
they
to kill
started on the
slightly
outskirts of
faster
the
than
map,
Black
they
Ops 4,
ran
which
straight
means
to the
it's
center
very,
to get
very
those
low.
up-close gunfights.
I mean,
We saw
a
74
very, very
views. We saw
high time to kill
MP5s,
for a Call of
also,
Duty.
that Type 63 looked pretty
Sorry, not
nasty.
low.
We saw TP picking up some multi-kills with it. And what I want to highlight during these highlights is that the time to kill looks absolutely phenomenal. You see these players having sort of these longer gunfights, and the player who hits the better shot is going to win it. This Type 63 and the sniper, those were 2 of my favorite guns to see. But towards the middle of this game, a lot of the players decided to put away the sniper and pull out that submachine gun because it wasn't working that well. You can see Hutch back here. He picks up a kill here in a moment, and then he decides to, you know, put that sniper away and pull out a sub. He was calling out.
Okay, so all the gameplay we're watching is from PCs or PS4 Pros. So this isn't next-gen gameplay. Just kind of important to clarify that.
People starting to try out that stoner gun. You can get multi-kills with it. It has a big clip, and Legion was playing well throughout this game. Moving on, we saw Skunkman. This guy's just always a beast at every single Call of Duty. One of the best Call of Duty players of all time, and he's staying with that 74U. It seems to be the gun that he's most comfortable with, and he's been dominating both games that he's been in so far. MP5 as well. We saw a lot of our CDL pros continuing to use the MP5. It has really good hip fire, and also when you're up close, it's just going to rip through anybody. Something else there in this game was a lot of players were trying to drop shot, and they were realizing that it's way different in Cold War. You can't drop shot. When you drop shot, your ADS goes back to hip fire, so you have to take your time. If you're going to lay down, you have to be tactical about it.
Do you know how lovely that is?
Sliding is still very good as well. We saw Noisy Butters just slide a little bit ago and get right back up into
Got some
position,
new
ready to
art
fight. Shane,
as
one of our
well.
coaches in the COD League, running the 74U. It seems like all the CDL pros, they're loving the 74U, and they're getting right into the center of the map and trying to just get into square-up gunfights, while some of the other top streamers, they're trying out different weapons, like iron sight snipers, Type 63s, and LMGs. And we see this. This is actually a Type 63 that he had a scope on, and he had to pull out his RPG to take down this chopper. He realized it took like 2 RPGs and also some bullets, and he was getting pretty stressed. But yeah, that was Satellite. That was one of my favorite maps so far, but we got to get into some more gameplay. Let's check out some more maps and some more modes. Maven and Merc.
Oh, Nameless, you are phenomenal at what you do. Great breakdown as always, but yes, we're going to continue
Also,
rolling
pre-order
on
of the
through
Xbox starts
new
on
mode
September
as we
22nd.
rock through this multiplayer
For any of you
global
people watching who
reveal
want to pre-order
for
that.
Cold War. So far, it has been awesome. We have a lot more to come over the next hour and a half.
Hopefully
2 hours.
Sony fires
It's
back
time
with
for Miami.
price and release
It
date
is.
news
We're
today.
playing some domination, and everybody, I want
Alright,
you to pay
6v6
attention.
Miami
We saw a little
Dom.
bit there in Combat Arms on Armada, but the zones are a little bit different. It's just not a flag. It's really about a little bit of a bigger area that you're going to be fighting over, and I like that a lot. So switching things up, but as you said, we're going to Miami. I cannot wait to see this map and mode and how it plays.
Joe, I've never been more excited for anything in my entire life.
Yeah.
I think good. Right?
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, SKYZ. Professional player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the creative class and score streaks to see what he wants to lock on up. XM4
Okay, what
out.
is...
And yeah, you can see, I know we've seen a couple looks at, but
Shit.
like the variety of
Hold on.
attachments you're going to have.
Hold
different...
on. I'm going back and looking.
Yeah. I think good. Right?
Let's get into it, Joe. We're going to start off with Cesar Bueno, SKYZ. Professional player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the creative
what's
class
up?
and score streaks to see.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. I should be over way before that.
Mutineers as they're getting ready to get
Ooh,
into
that's a
the
good
lobby,
question.
looking through the creative class and
I
score.
could think of a couple things, but give... It's going to in a couple months, yeah.
Streaks to see.
Well, yeah, no, not right now. I mean, that would be something I know he'd like. I know he was gonna pre-order that himself, but I'll come up with something. Let me just give me a little bit to think on it, because there's a few things I could think of, but I'm not 100%
Professional
yet.
player for the Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the creative class and score.
Yeah, that might work.
Score streaks to see.
Yeah.
Mutineers as they're getting ready to get into the lobby, just looking through the creative class and score streaks.
Okay. Alright, I'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna come over soon, so. Alright. Love you too. Bye. Alright. So. Oh, my mic didn't mute. Rip me. So Perk Greed is equipping 3 extra perks. So it's not three perks of any one slot. It's actually just 3 extra perks. So that actually looks kind of OP. Everyone's talking about like, oh, what wildcard are you gonna use? Like, I don't know. Perk Greed's looking pretty good. Lawbreaker actually looks kind of cool too. I was looking at the description of that as well, and it looks like Lawbreaker kind of lets you, I don't know, break laws. So that's kind of neat. But I think having more perks
Again, you heard Marksman talk
is
about
probably going to be better than having
movement.
any perks in
I'm sure the
any
devs
like
will be paying attention.
anything.
They'll get their feedback from all of these players.
Well, and that's where like there's like a couple different skill gaps when you talk about a game like Call of Duty. Like, is there the gun skill part of it? Yes, and you know, being able to shoot and becoming a better player from that regard. But it's like once you get that down, the next step is really that movement, right? Like becoming.
It's my
more
brother's
fluid on the
birthday
map.
today,
Finding
so my dad
mechanics
was
in the
calling
game
me
where you can get a little bit of edge
trying to
over the
plan on like
competition and
what game to get him and stuff.
No, the movement could be nuts, and that'll be something we'll keep an eye on. But over to Kat Connie, she's looking to hit the shots. There's a little bit of a snapper.
I tried to mute my mic, but it didn't work.
A nice snipe right there. She's looking over the B zone right now, has the shotgun in the back pocket. Surprise! Later.
I would like to.
Kismet is JERICHO is basically, it seems to be in almost the same spot, just on opposite ends. As he's going to go for this B zone, play a little bit of objective. You and JERICHO would get along well.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But that you heard, I can't remember her name, but one of the lead map designers kind of saying like, I stay away from the middle, like the middle of the map. That is a sniper's haven, and you kind of saw a bit of it there. But there are the alleyways that you can work the flank, different things that you can do on the map.
So you see in the top right, attack chopper called in by Priesta. He's doing his thing.
Supposed to pre-aim. I only know this room.
Yeah, well, I think you heard his specialist sort of talk about the lighting. Like, I'm sure everything is going to be get a little bit better. He's full game release.
And I think Jericho's kind of talking about one of the more difficult things when you play a new map, right? Like figuring out
where do I go,
all the different angles, mastering the map. Like where can people be L triggering and holding me in? But it's Ricky with some quality beams from the top balcony, able to dip away with his life as well and look to ruin a couple players' lives as well.
And that's what one of the biggest thing was from last year is load up on a map you didn't know. The mini map wasn't there, right? You're like, where do I go?
It makes it a little bit easier.
Where
right?
do I go, right? And they bring back this traditional Black Ops mini map that definitely helps you out.
Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to the mini map. Do you show up on it when you fire without a suppressor?
He's trying to get up close and personal and near that Dom point, but you can see, I mean, that's typical of a lot of Dom maps. Like B's a death trap. Like that is the hard thing where you have to work as a cohesive unit to try and get it in. If you're solo playing the objective on B, good luck because you've got a world star.
And it looks like he has a smoke equipped, and one of the notes that we got was like the smokes were strong in this Call of Duty, maybe compared to some in the past. As to how well
what is happening here?
Priesta is in a gunship.
Smoke him! Line it up!
Chopper gunner.
Okay, well that guy got fried.
I like the sound of the chopper gunner. It's kind of back to the old school sound.
Kind of hard, actually.
It looks like he's still pretty healthy though.
Wait, how cool is that? That you can see the lights from the map bouncing off the minigun in the chopper.
Yeah, lighting has evolved over the last decade or so. That is absolutely for sure. But now you see a gorgeous look at kind of the entire map breakdown. But yeah, that's one thing since this is a night map, right?
Light it up. It's gonna be, just start shooting it.
See, is there like a night vision that he can swap to? I don't know.
Maybe everybody's got like Ghost or Cold-Blooded on. I don't know which perk it is in this game.
821.
Like,
is that the PM63? That's kind of what it looks like.
Hutch trying to hit the snipes. I think you saw the Type 821 out from Priesta as he was looking to get dirty with it. Hutch's face, he is locked in. Just a gamer.
All right, halftime.
Oh, it's not close, Joe.
It's
unfortunately.
not.
Round end music's cool.
It's not close. He's got 900. He's playing with Nick. He's got Mud Dog on his team. He's got Courage. He's got a solid squad.
Mud Dog's bringing him down, Joe.
I'm pulling up Scump stream, dude. This guy's cracked.
Yeah.
He's 21-2. Yeah, no, he has been dominating lobbies, and you would expect that from one of the greatest players of all time. But over to Testament we go. We talked about his sniping prowess earlier, and he's going to have the sniper out as he's looking to line it up towards mid-map. But yeah, I think especially with it being a nighttime map, like learning the map, knowing the angles, is going to be all that more important. But
yeah, okay. I was just looking at the map there. You do show up on it when you fire, so that's.
I want to see like the one
that's
side.
Good,
they were
honestly.
talking about when it had the developers on, like how you can kind of go underwater.
Well,
on the one side.
I think it's right behind him.
It is,
yeah.
but like it hasn't really seemed to be that.
I'd say that's probably the worst change that Modern Warfare did. No, actually, the worst change taking out Prestige. But that's the second worst change that Modern Warfare made. And I like Modern Warfare. Actually, I like Modern Warfare a lot. But taking out the minimap was dumb.
The Tundra. I like that.
There are a few things more satisfying in any kind of FPS, but especially Call of Duty, with hitting snipes. Just hitting clean snipes. It feels good. We'll see what Hutch can do from the power position. Well, not going to matter. From Priesta's chopper over to Scump's chopper, and Peep, this lobby is just getting milked. Just dominating them from the sky. Oh, kill after kill. We'll see him, Mud Dog. Doozy. Courage. Everybody dropping.
Yeah, and he's like, just so you guys know, this isn't a pub lobby. I'm playing some talented players, and I am smoking them.
This will be
a lot of buildings.
A nice YouTube video. Well, yeah, a lot of buildings. The night cover of night as well.
Ooh, if you can get them spawning towards that beach side, we'll see you later.
Mud Dog's already dropped to this thing twice.
They're probably holding the kill cam too. They're like, we're not letting Scump do this to us.
Yeah, I do believe they are losing full.
Oh, that's Swag as well.
Yeah, it's been Swag, Courage, and Mud Dog have died like 2 or 3 times in a row.
They're on the beach.
That's why he's a Call of Duty pro player.
Yeah, the beach is usually where you go to vacation. Not here. Nope.
Do I not have Ghost?
This map looks kind of big too.
I think you heard. We got on board with Swag, and he's like, I can't hide from this guy.
Sometimes they're gonna be 6 to 17. Fucking.
This is.
No, that's what, dude. It's actually funny going over from Scump's POV to the team that was getting destroyed. It was just like kind of quiet comms. Like
It's kind of like, hey guys, we're gonna be in a YouTube video.
100% they're in a
Scump,
YouTube
they
video.
destroyed Tim, Courage, Swag, 40 kills on
like
Miami.
Mount Rushmore with all of their heads on.
Yeah. Just Scump and a chopper gunner.
Jesus.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. That is accurate.
That is truly accurate.
Yeah, but it's cool to see the variety of personalities just battling it out on these different maps. So we've seen what, Armada, Satellite, now we're in Miami.
Well, I mean, you look at Satellite, very much, you know, all outside, right? You come in here, you have fights at the bar, fights in the hotel, you have fights at the beach. There's just all these different environments that these players are going into.
We were at the Ultra Facilities, one of the professional teams in the Call of Duty League. It's Benjamin Bance on your screen now. Top player in his own right, and I think it's Bance maybe playing on Wisdom's account, but I believe it looks like it's Bance with a controller in hand currently.
Well, you can hear that when you get weak. You hear the heartbeat pick up. It sounds really cool.
It does. The audio seems very, very
Ooh,
clean.
what is this? A little artillery strike coming in from. Oh, did he call it in? Oh no, Bance!
Oh, domination as halftime.
We've all been there.
Okay.
The number of times I've done that in something like domination, where I launch all my streaks, I'm like, oh, it's halftime.
I kind of forgot about
I just
halftime.
used those for no reason whatsoever. I got a couple of kills, but my impact on the objective was minimal. But now to the French sensation himself, Gotaga, one of the most popular gamers in the world. I feel like I've seen him compete in so many different games, but his legend grew in Call of Duty, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's talented. He can do it all. She's rocking that 74U. On board with Tri-Match now. He's got the Tundra out.
Okay, what is his camera setup? Because it looks like he's in the game. How do I do that?
Well, he's got a green screen, but he is half of the screen.
Yeah, I want you to set that up for me.
Why would I do that?
I don't know, but like it looks like he's in the game.
Why did you just assume I had an expertise in green screens?
Joe, you wear glasses. You look like you'd be very tech savvy and ready to set that up for me. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, Joe.
I'm not going to do that for you whatsoever.
Nameless, wouldn't you say he looks a bit like a scientist? Thank you.
Nameless looks like a cosplayer from Miami.
Like Narcos.
Yeah. I mean, he looks good, but
he looks good.
I'm not.
Oh, wait, they can't be. People can't be rage quitting in this.
There's no way. It looks like game's about to end. Jericho's team, they're going to get the victory.
There we go, Jericho.
Who had 6,300 damage?
I didn't see.
That's a lot. That is a lot.
There's no doors. No doors.
Who was dominating?
Could be Priesta. There's a good chance it's this guy.
And there, he highlighted a difference this time.
Look at him just.
No doors.
Mini Uzi.
Jericho was.
Oh, it's a little mini Uzi. It looks from the top. It looks very like a PM63. But then you hold it up. Side profiles exactly an Uzi. It's probably like some variant or whatever.
Smiles.
Yeah. I want to see if who the scoreboard was too, like who had the 6,300 damage. I was curious who was absolutely frying the lobby. But this is the part where I'm like trying to get my brain to like slow down when they go through it. Just appreciate all the different attachments that they have inside of this.
Maven, you will have your time.
I know.
October 8th,
like,
Maven. October 8th.
Let's do.
I don't know why I'm talking like that, because I'm literally just going to have you tell me what to put on my weapons, and I'm going to do what you do.
I'm going to try everything, though. It's the beta. We try out different things.
That's true. That's a good point. Well, one of our matchups has wrapped. It looks like we're going to hop over to one that hasn't finished yet. 27 points away from victory is one of our squads. Again, this is 6v6 domination on Miami. Tasty's put away the sniper for now, just trying to hit the shots with the AK-74U.
Ooh, 3 for 3.
Oh, that hit.
Let's go, Sean J. Looks like she was able to call on some score streaks. Nice 74U shots in, but who is that? It's a nice snipe shot from it's whoever's on Team Envy.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say a lot when I play the game at first. What are you doing over there? Because I don't know where people should be, so that's my
what are you
reaction.
doing over there? Maybe that's where I should be. Oh, it's Crim.
Oh, it's the Empire Squad. We got Rambo Ray, the coach, Clayster, Crim6, Crim, the greatest Call of Duty player of all time. There is no dispute. I don't want to hear any arguments, but yeah, that's going to be that's going to be tough to deal with to represent the MB Squad.
I super don't like that
also
one.
known as the Dallas Empire, our world champions. You got the coach and Rambo, one of the greatest players hanging out, Crim and Clay. Clay back-to-back world champion. They'll probably be rotating players in and out. But it looks like Crim's focusing on gameplay. Clay is talking with the chat.
What did he just? But what didn't both of these players? And I know this is like separate. This is the multiplayer reveal. But from an esports competitive side, they were like with the first 2 players to crack $1 million in winnings, right?
$1 million. Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Hey, Bobby Pop, the Scarf Lord.
We love Bobby Pop.
I will be back with a camel toe.
Bob's got a great mustache.
He does. He does. He really does. It looks like he's rocking the 74U as well.
I miss his long hair though.
And this is what Bobby does. I don't know if he's an auctioneer or what.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No.
Where's the pool at, dude?
He's probably on hour 40 of streaming.
Yeah, no, he grinds.
I'm gonna chill in the pool the rest of the game.
Oh,
hey, cannonball, Bob!
Cannonball! Get in, Bob!
I'm gonna be chilling in the deep end, dude. I'm going off the diving board, dude.
He's a big boy.
Get yourself a pina colada, hang out.
Would you leave me alone? I'm trying to go off the diving board.
He's on vacation.
No vacations in Miami.
I'm gonna end this one. Where's the pool at? I think the pool is behind the lobby.
Yeah, they are getting destroyed.
Yeah, this is a bad one. This is a bad one.
Oh, so trying to turn this off.
He's trying to be positive about it.
Yeah. Before this game is over.
Yeah, hit it, Bob, hit it.
Miami Luxury Hotel, ladies and gentlemen. That is my room in the penthouse suite, the northeastern corner. I will now be doing a camera in the pool. 3, 2,
okay.
1.
I'm just waiting for him to shot.
Score this out of 10.
Oh,
it actually works.
Did he go up the diving board? That was amazing. Do it again, Bob.
Did he like crouch first?
Do it again.
That was cool. Like the diving board works.
That was less impressive. That was less impressive.
Wasn't as good. Try again, Bob. Do it. Oh, what are you doing, Bob?
Okay, but Bob, this is giving me a headache.
How's it work?
Oh, no. Wait, how did he do that last time?
Wait, how did I
It was so cool.
How did he?
No, I don't know. It didn't look like he even did anything.
I don't know what.
We're wondering the same thing, Bob.
Well,
there's no neutrals. It's only just cap.
oh wait, they are 3 capping right now. There's an opportunity for a comeback. It is a slight one.
Not much.
Never mind.
No longer any
Wait,
chance
who's
of
got
comeback.
7,600 damage? Oh, hey, Lando.
What's up, Lando?
Craig 6.
We're going to swap over to another one of our matchups going on. Just a reminder, we have a ton of streamers involved in this. So if it ever seems confusing, it's just we're hopping to a lot of different POVs. Trying to stick with one game until it finishes, but want to give love to a lot of these guys that are participating, just hopping through all of the action. But we'll have some of the different streamers too, especially with some of the CDL teams. It's like 5 people swapping in and out.
Yeah.
Everyone trying to get their time on the game.
I saw the scoreboard and Bobby Pop was at the bottom, so my man was having a tough one. He didn't have the bumper. He's going to be a vehicle expert. We'll just hop on board when we get to the snowmobiles.
No, I bet in Armada he was probably dominant, right?
Yeah,
Put that guy in a boat, he's going to fry. But a different look, a new map. Hope you enjoyed Eyes On with Miami. I still don't know the physics in-game behind how Bob managed to do the cannonball off of... How do you do that? And then he couldn't replicate it? It was truly special. That might have been the best moment we've had so far.
Yeah. Well, and Bob's still trying to figure out mouse and keyboard because he switched to
If that was accidental, then Treyarch needs to, like, right
we
now,
love you, buddy. You're trying your hardest.
make that an
Unfortunately, the
actual
team got
feature.
smoked, but you've got more chances. We continue on with the multiplayer reveal for Cold War. But before we get to our next map, our next mode, we're going to toss it over to our good friend, Nameless.
Yeah, if that wasn't intended to be in the game, that needs to be in the game. What Bob just did was
Thank you, Nameless. Thank
Miami's
you.
a really interesting map, right? Like, it's a nighttime setting, but there's still little vibrant areas like the pool and the neon lights that you saw. We saw literally every single weapon that's in this game displayed on this map. We saw snipers, shotguns, the Type 823, which is sort of that mini Uzi gun. We saw players like Scump and Priest are running it. They were going off, like getting 10 to 12 kills in a row, getting chopper gunners, and absolutely lighting up the map. I mean, we're seeing M4s still, but we're seeing players sort of decide on what's the gun that's kind of OP right now, and it seems to be that Type 823. And now we're seeing Priest right here. He actually got the chopper gunner very early on in this game.
I like how literally half an hour ago everyone was saying that the AK-74U was busted, and now everyone's like, no, that's the Type 821 or whatever.
But at least he can see the entire map and call out for the rest of his squad.
Meta's changed, meta's
shift. In
shift.
particular, it's starting to get a little bit more.
It's a fucking beta, so there's no reason to get all antsy about
They're
it.
going for the YouTube videos, and you can see Priesta was frustrated that he couldn't pick up any more kills inside of this chopper gunner. I think it was later on, we also saw Scump with the chopper gunner go on a crazy spree. He was playing against like Nick Merckx and Tim and all those guys, absolutely lighting them up. We saw some rage quits. Also right here, we're seeing the 74U. A lot of players are still loving to run this, and every single player that we've seen using the 74U has had that laser on it. They love to hip fire with it. And right there we saw overkill with the sniper. And this is that spree that I was talking to you guys about. See, he got the chopper gunner, but Scump was able to see literally everyone. You heard him commenting on it like, this isn't a normal pub. I'm playing against some good players, and they're getting destroyed. Right here, he picks up like, I don't even know, like 10, 12, 13 kills in a row. And when we switched over to the opposite team, it was Tim, and he was
Charlie
like,
Intel says spawns are still shit.
In the sky, you have to stay inside, and you can't get to the domination points. Another thing to highlight is that in Cold War, the domination zones are a lot bigger, so it's going to provide for crazy fights inside of the domination point and also contest. Hopping on board here with the Toronto Ultra squad, we saw them roaming around here with that 74U and the MP5. A lot of these players on the CDL teams running submachine guns, overkill as well, pulling out an AR. And right there to the left is that diving board. We saw Bob jump up here. He counted it down. He pointed out the spot that he was staying in the hotel. And then he just gets a super jump. Like, what is that? He tried to do it a couple times after this, and he wasn't able to achieve it. But, man, that was a cool game. But we're going to get into some more gameplay here in a bit. I'm going to throw it back to Maven and Merc.
All right, thank you so much. And yeah, I think we're going to Moscow next. We're going to check out some TDM on that particular map as we continue to hop through some of the various locales we have in Cold War. Well, we've had the ocean, we've had the dunes, we've had the downtown life. Now we're going to be heading in kind of more urban feel into Moscow. 6v6 team deathmatch, TDM, obviously one of the more popular modes in the history of Call of Duty. One of the absolute staples as we get ready.
The guns in this game are hit scan apparently. That's not confirmed, but people are talking about it online right now.
On this set, but yeah, I
You
cannot
doing
wait.
okay? Do you want my jacket?
No, it's
No,
okay.
you're not getting it.
I appreciate that, but yeah, it is. Yeah, just love going to all the different environments, all the different locations. Vaughn was really talking about that. We're going to take you all over the world, so cannot wait to check out this map.
Yeah, no, so the variety we've seen so far has been absolutely awesome. Once the players get loaded in, we'll hop into that. But Joe, if you had to pick one moment so far of the 3 games we watched, what has been your favorite moment? And you can't say the diving board.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the diving board. Obviously, Scump, you know, in the chopper gun and doing what he does best. I really had a lot of fun with Armada because I thought Armada, what they really showed was the different environments and the way you could play that. You could stay on the boat. You could go with the vehicles. If you wanted to, you could be super deadly in the water. So that map just looked great. Dude, the zip line looks so smooth. Just a lot of different elements that you can play around.
Yeah, just a variety of gameplay I'm excited to toy around with for sure when we get hands on it and we get to grind. But we're getting ready to get into the lobby with these famous streamers and personalities as they get ready to go 6v6 TDM. Noisy Butter is going to be kicking off. Looking through, looks like some of the shotguns and what variety you can find there. But I think one of the things I've been trying to keep an eye out for is I read kind of coming into this that we're going to have, like, I guess when you're changing attachments, like percentages, so you can see how much it's going to affect things like fire rate and recoil, which I haven't noticed yet as they're swapping through, but I just think that's awesome. I love to know, like, the exact impact something's going to happen. That
yeah, because in the past it was just a bar.
Yeah.
And I won't lie, as I used to be a competitive player, a pro player, a lot of the times that bar didn't mean anything. It was like
Green, red, okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't, whatever it does. But yeah, actually knowing the percentage, what you're really getting into from gun to gun, it's going to be really cool to mess with.
All right, well, again, this is Moscow. First look at it.
Okay, Moscow, let's see.
Multi-reveal for Cold War.
Also, you can run around.
You'll see a lot of this going through settings. Like motion blur recommended. I know that's one of the first things that I will personally turn off. Like it looks a little bit cleaner.
What are we doing?
Yeah, everyone but one player, I think, pushed out the same side.
Yeah, I think when we got on board, she was talking about what do you love so far? It's really the colors. And Treyarch, their color palette, I've always talked about it. It is just beautiful, but she runs into a shotgun. And a lot of these creators trying to answer questions, trying to play the game, it is tough to balance.
I didn't get a chance to show you guys the sharks, though. There's sharks on that map.
Oh, she was sort of...
And it's cool.
Wait, there are sharks?
Wait, so what you wanted is in there.
I didn't know that wasn't in my notes. I didn't know there were actually sharks.
Why not?
Oh, I'm never playing that map. I am terrified of sharks. One time...
That's in the middle of the ocean.
No, one time when I was 13 years old, I went on a trip to Hawaii. And we were swimming in this one area, right? And then we got out of swimming from there, and we went up on this cliff, and we're looking down. The water was so clear. We saw multiple sharks right where we were swimming. And I'm never going in open water again.
Are you sure they weren't dolphins?
They were 100% sharks, and I was nearly eaten.
Are you 100%?
Yes, no, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, it scarred me for life.
This map is cool.
All right.
I love the design of it. Like, I guess.
Trying to hear Jericho's
No,
thoughts.
one more.
He loves TDM. Now, he was talking about how much he loves TDM. Okay. So this is what maps a very fast gameplay. You can see from the size of it. It's got an urban feel to it for sure, but I want to see which building, because one of the things we were looking through is like a metro station. It's kind of like the central hub, and that's kind of the connector. So this is this is the metro station. So this is sort of going to be where the whole flow of the map sort of centralizes through.
Okay, you see the concussions coming in, just how it affects those players.
All right, boys.
Trying to get to the adjustments. It's got a proximity mine as well. But yeah, I think it's like what you talked about, right? This just sort of, this is the place you want to be.
Yeah, it just seems like it has like a connector to basically every part of the map, just based on position.
Where's the content creator playlist?
Over to Zuma. The Italian stallion.
Who's that? Noah? I think Noah's getting smoked.
Yeah, might be.
So I wonder how long it's taking these guys to like get used to look at the mini map again, right? Just
That's
like
true,
actually taking a look. Where are those red dots at? You need a suppressor if you want to stay off that mini map.
Well, it's interesting too when you think about like maybe some higher level players. Like I struggle to sometimes look at the map, but like when you were competing and you were playing at a high level, I think you told me your eyes were like on the mini map like 90% of the time.
It was a game within a game. Yeah, I mean you were about 70% of the time like looking at the mini map. Where do you have to rotate? Where is the gunfire? Where do you have to set up? So that's definitely gonna take some time. We're on board with Zuma, but I think we're getting Noah J's audio. Okay, so now we're switching to Legion.
At least I'm positive.
Oh, yes, you are losing. The Legion, you're a winner. You were born a winner. And it's time to get popping with the shotgun.
This shotty's out like quick fire, right? Doof, doof, doof.
I'm gonna need Zuma to just, take an emotional check out here when I push him next time for the clips.
For the clips?
I definitely feel like the second sniper though is better, at least for pull-up.
So there's some feel upgrades as well. One of those looks to be the jammer.
All right.
Looks like he was one bullet away from taking down Espresso.
Why not?
Hi, man. Sheriff, we need you on Verdansk later.
It's the deputy.
Deputy Hadbad.
Also known as Enable.
Is he wearing a headband?
No.
That's just his hair now?
Yeah.
Come on, we've almost got this.
You don't like it?
I mean, I don't have the luxury of hair, but if I had it, I wouldn't be doing that.
No?
It
what
looks
about
like
your beard? What if we did this to your beard?
It might look cool, but it looks like he cut off like the edge of a mop and just put it on there.
You think it might just be a bowl cut?
It looks like a wig.
A bowl cut. Like it's just he put a bowl on his head and went all the way
anyone
around.
thinking I'm being mean, Enable and I are boys, so I'm allowed to say this stuff, but Enable, we love you. Just gotta do something about that.
trying to figure out how it felt to throw tax.
And to be fair, right now, you know, with the current situation globally, maybe he just doesn't have the option of a haircut where he lives, so he's been doing it by hand and trying to lend to that.
This game's about to end though, so.
Oh, I'm actually interested. Talking about melee and with the shot punch.
You think about Black Ops 4, so like one bullet and a punch was a kill, right?
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness! Who was that? Trimax. Ooh, the snap.
Well, no, I think we're on with Trimax. He's got caught by somebody. I don't know who he got caught by. But no, somebody hit him with the movement for sure. And I am not fluent in any language other than English.
No, you told me you were fluent in French and German. You told me that.
And Russian.
I don't think you told me that one.
I travel a lot. Very cultured. Many languages. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, but that's all I got. I can basically say...
You forgot everything. I can say high school was about 30 years ago.
Where's the library? ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Okay, well, at least you got that going for you in case you ever need to find a library.
Yeah, well, yeah. You never know. In an emergency situation, you might need a library. But some quality beams into the window there from Typical Gamer. We saw it from somebody else's POV on like the first map or second map. He just incinerated somebody. As we continue to hop through the gamers again, we've got people from all over the world. All over the world competing in this, and we'll try to highlight that as we continue on through the day. But for those watching, we hope you're enjoying getting the first eyes on with Gotaga, though, as he is just melting through the competition inside of the metro station, but ultimately will drop.
And I think that's what Legion was sort of talking about, is like, we had a couple of maps where everybody was trying everything out, and now people want to win. People want to pull out the 74U.
Well, I mean, I get that way too. Like at the beginning of titles, it's like I want to try everything, but then once you find one you're comfortable with, one gun that really clicks.
Is Hutch giving a pep talk to it? Does he have a missile turret? I don't know what that was, but that took down a UAV or a spy plane, and he was giving it a pep talk.
Okay.
Looked like he was leaning for a second there. Not Hutch, but the guy you just killed.
Try to hit it.
Well, you can do kind of
a little bit.
Clearly he wasn't, but it looked that way for a second.
Backslide.
I like that.
Okay.
Oh, slide jumping is back.
Yeah,
that shit was really crazy in
I like the
VO4.
little slide hop. Well, that's one thing that kind of threw me off between like Black Ops 4 and Modern Warfare, because you used to be able to jump and slide backwards and you couldn't last year. And I tried sometimes, I just like crouch and be like, oh, I forgot.
We got a War Machine, which looks to be a score streak. So we have a War Machine coming in from Cammy, and the War Machine's gone. Okay, still has it. Maybe because he didn't shoot one, but Sky took his head off.
Oh, yeah, no, his head got popped off like a plum. Oh, well, the War Machine, that plum just exploded.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so he used one, and it's gone now. So it is gone.
Okay, so he kept it because he hadn't used it yet.
It looks like this is a pretty close game, 64-63. Another map where it has like just a lot of different elements. You can play on the outside, you can play inside.
And well, this is Cammy, who, if you watch the Call of Duty League at all this year, he was one of the more prolific snipers, and you saw him
another War
snapping
Machine. You're gonna need flak jacket with this thing.
Boom! Boom! It's swag. It's completely busted, bro. And you can put it away. It's completely broken. Oh my god.
Oh, well, that guy's body is broken after that was a point-blank War Machine to the chest.
Yeah, so Swaggy has figured out that he's like, yo, that War Machine is nuts. He's gonna roll with that.
Yeah, he just had like a 5.5 KD. That's pretty solid.
And Jack was like, that thing is busted. So.
Well, the power of the streaks now popping over to Midnight's POV.
Hey, Devin, we're undefeated.
We actually like.
We've literally
undefeated.
I definitely got the least amount of kills on the team, but still, yo, Wisdom again will play the game.
They are rolling. You hear just dubs for Midnight, but Joe, we're gonna fill a little bit of time in chat here. As I think we're gonna start to watch. We've had some of the European POVs, but we've been watching a lot of some of the American influencers and streamers. We're gonna be, excuse me, hopping over to the European side of things and kind of showing how that's gonna break down. But again, so many streamers from all over the world want to really highlight what they bring to the table and their gameplay. But what do you think of Moscow? I digged it.
It looked awesome. Like I said, like we saw where Cammy was sniping. You had really the terminal where a lot of the fights were going on. And I just love listening to all the players just figure out what they want to use. The War Machine looks awesome.
Yeah, that thing was hitting like a truck. And that's like the satisfaction, like, you know, you heard Courage saying, like, it's broken, it's powerful. Yeah, it's a score streak. It should be powerful. You should be wiping people off the map. And, yeah, from SKYZ POV, that thing was absolutely dominating the competition. Got to see it from a couple of the different players. But before we continue on and check out some of the different POVs and maps, we're going to kick it over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was an awesome map. I don't know about you guys, but that map sort of is giving me nostalgia.
I was like, why is Keep backwards?
Just the way the fights are happening there.
The camera's behind him.
Views, and then
I was like, what the
just
hell
watch
is
people
that?
pull out that War Machine. That thing was absolutely insane, and I'm sure we're going to have it for you guys to see once again here in the highlights. But yeah, that center map, the flow of it, you have to get inside and move through the train yard, right? So we see right here on the street, you have him running that AK-47, trying to pick up some kills with the AR. We haven't seen too many AK-47s, but now switching over to the 74U, Nick's going to pick up a massive two-piece here, and once again, we see the laser strapped on it so he can hip fire it. That was a big two-piece as they get control of the center area of the map. You heard Joe and Clint talking about it. You got to control the flow. You got to get in here because you can get to any single part of the map from this area. Enabled Deputy Hadbad running that 74U as well. He's actually the first one I've seen not have the laser, but he was hitting some absolute beam shots here, as well as the MP5 coming back into action. We're seeing so much variety today, and I love to see the top streamers switching up their weapons, right? Like everybody's not just running one weapon. We're seeing snipers, we're seeing LMGs. We even saw some shotguns early on in this game. In Team Deathmatch, you can pretty much run any gun that you want and play yourself, right? It's just you trying to get those kills and help out the squad. Gataga, this guy's been playing Call of Duty for a very long time. The French monster, he was picking up some big kills. Moving on, you see Hutch. And one thing I love about Hutch's gameplay, he's always chilling by himself. When he looks around, you don't see any teammates in sight, and he's just trying to pick up those kills. He was running the M4, a fan favorite from Modern Warfare, now in Cold War, also still very good. And this is the War Machine. This is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This thing is beefy. You can put it away, pull it back out, and you can pick up a two-piece. It seems like nobody in these lobbies was running flak jackets, so they were all just getting destroyed by the War Machine. And moving on to Swag here, this is that crazy frenzy you saw him get with the War Machine. He picks up like 5 or 6 kills. And wow, Moscow is just a fast-paced, super fun urban map.
I think that
cannot wait to see more.
I think that Wildcard lets you carry 6 perks is going to be ridiculously
Yes, let's continue
strong.
on, Joe. I believe we're going to check out Hardpoint now, one of the fan favorites for the competitive side, which we work on to a high degree with the CDL. We're going to go back to Satellite, a map we saw a little bit earlier on today. Map was awesome. Now with a different mode, we'll see how this one will play out. And should be a blast.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see some of our CDL pros sort of take this on, the way the spawns work. You heard Maddox talk about it from our devs. You know, that old school spawn system that we love. Rotation's important. One thing to note that he talked about, you're going to know 10 seconds ahead of that rotation where the next hill is going to go. So hopefully that helps your team rotate to the next one. We know how important that is.
Well, especially early in the title, right?
Yes.
When people are still trying to figure out the rotations, but just waiting on everyone to get into the lobby, and then we'll hop right into Satellite Hardpoint. But looking back to Moscow, I digged it. That just seemed like a kind of traditional Treyarch map. Like, looked like an absolute blast. You saw the different lines of sight that you could have, like long-range fights in the outer alleys. We saw the sniper coming into play, the mid-game or like mid-map havoc that you could have. We saw shotguns being used, SMGs. But now over to Ricky's, you see him really messing with the MP5, and we saw there's a wild card where you can put up to 8 attachments on it, and you can see how stacked he's trying to make this gun right now.
Yeah, I mean, just looking through those attachments, you had one that did 100 plus 150% of vehicle damage. So maybe if you really want to have a weapon to deal with those score streaks, you can. As it looks like he's just trying to load into a game as the lobby's trying to get set up. But excited to see Satellite again. The way that map plays in an objective-based mode.
Well, it'll be a lot different than what we saw in Kill Confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah, like as much as Kill Confirmed has an objective, it's still very, I don't know, can be a
TDM-esque.
little, can be a little set up. Yeah, like TDM exactly. Whereas there's a little bit more rhyme or rhythm to something like Hardpoint. And we'll see, because this is obviously a show match in every sense of the word. Players just trying to, get content for their particular content channels and just enjoy the new game as we're waiting on the official launch in the beta later in the year. We might be starting it off with Deputy Hadbad as we head to Angola, Central Africa, Satellite. It's Hardpoint, on with the Deputy.
Let's see what Enable can do. Going through his settings right now. He's got Mud Dog, he's got Kismet on his team. This looks like a pretty good hardpoint squad. As right away, that hardpoint pops. Something that we saw this year was like a 10-second sort of cooldown before it sort of started. This time, you don't have that.
Okay, well, I'm dead.
Just get right into
No
the
cooldown in
Just get right
hardpoint.
into it.
It's interesting.
Scum's on the other team. Yeah.
Okay.
As you see the smokes coming out, we heard the smokes are strong in Cold War.
There are just smokes everywhere as people are trying to get in and lock the point. Well, somebody already hit the flank early. It's the Scarf Lord, Bobby Poff, finding a little flank on through.
Okay.
I see the spawns flip as well, but yeah, it looks like rocking the XM4. Nice shots from Cat.
Oh,
And that's what I'm excited to see. Is see the the next hard point 10 seconds before this the new one pops. So I want to see what that looks like. Shane has that 74U still out. And there we go. It looks like yeah, with 10 seconds left, you can see it on your mini map.
I know you highlighted the AK-74U. You love it. It's been a fan favorite for ages. Do you have like a, I don't know, favorite gun of what you've seen so far? Is that it?
The 74U or the 74? Because I feel like, or the 47, the AK-47. Because I feel like the AK-47, it gets lost in a lot of Call of Duty titles at times because usually it's known as that super heavy hitting, but what does that come along with? It's typically a lot of recoil. So I want to see how it performs in this title.
Well, with the sheer number of attachments,
Ooh, someone's using the M16.
Who knows? You might be able to really tweak that to more to your liking, but Priesta's POV.
Ooh, the M16, the first one we've seen, the burst gun. I love
Yeah, it's the first
burst
time I've
guns.
seen anyone use the M16.
Oh, he gets one clean burst in, but
Yeah, and it is confirmed
He
burst.
was trying to deal with it, but let's stick with his POV for a second if we can.
It's typically burst in Call of Duty.
M16 in hand. I think this is like the first burst gun we've really seen in all the POVs we've checked out.
Yeah, there was a burst pistol. I think it was called the Diamatti that we saw. The burst pistol is always really strong secondaries. But you see
Yeah,
the
and
next
so like
comes
that's
up.
another thing.
Elimination
So the
comes in.
Diamatti
It looks like he wants
is
to edit this
the
a little bit.
Renetti,
He's talking a lot about
which
the
is
stock.
the
He says he's gonna go with
Ravka,
detachment
which is
stock.
the
I don't know what it
BR-23.
does,
You know, like,
but
I don't know why they
it's
keep
really
these
important.
the same gun
Still a cool
in multiple
feature
games,
in this
but
particular
rename it
title,
all the
fact that
time.
You can do that on the fly, right? You can edit attachments inside of the game, really tweak and find
It's just the
that
M92
sweet
or
spot you're
M9
looking
or
for.
M92FS with a burst
What is
mod or
this
whatever the
weapon
hell
now?
you want to
Legion
even
is
say.
rocking. I like this scope as well.
I don't
Switching it up.
know. Just wish they didn't rename all the guns. I know it's for licensing. I know it's expensive to do. I know some companies don't want to be associated with video games, but
Oh, it looks like a semi-auto.
still.
It sounds that way.
Sucks that back in the day we used to have all these real gun names and now we have like
Kismet.
barely any.
There are some stacked squadrons for this game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was like randomized at first or if they were joining particular teams, but may the RNG gods be with you as some of these rosters come together. It's it's 98 to 21. So the focus, unfortunately, for his squad has not necessarily been on the objective, but you live and you learn.
Everybody's getting really excited when they have Chump on their team.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been one common theme we've heard from like 3 different people now. Like, oh, we have the king on our squad. That feels good.
Come on, Cram. That's really Cram. I'm gonna talk some mad shit after this. Go, Cat.
Cat with the sniper out in the dunes, out in the hills. Gives you a lot of cover. Can use that landscape to your advantage. And well, Driftor hits a nice shot right there on the bob.
Dude, so yeah, some of those like bits of cover you can get are nutty, but to test you with a little quick scope, but yeah, frustrated that the stun connects. And yeah, you'll be watching his sniping vids probably the entire year. Is this, yeah, just at first glance, like, it just looks like, yeah, like sniping's back. Like sniping looks really, really fun in this title.
It's really snappy. You know, like the aim down sight. Like we saw that last year a bit with marksman rifles, not as much really. I think at times with the AX-50 in Modern Warfare, but you know, as you said, with that wild card, you could sort of stack
Ooh,
it.
that was a nice shot.
Very snappy. And speaking of snappy, Testy snapping right now. 2 are gonna drop. 3rd in front. He's gonna get fried as well as hit after hit after hit.
And I'm actually curious. It doesn't look like it, but one thing Treyarch loves to do with snipers is they don't put aim assist on it, right? Compared to other Call of Duty titles that typically have it, Treyarch says no, and it does not look like you have that aim assist. So it's going to definitely take some adjustment with these snipes.
Certainly, certainly.
No aim assist again? Okay. I mean, it doesn't affect me. I play on PC, but
you saw him get like
interesting.
4 in a row there again, like the multiplayer stacks.
Because Modern Warfare does have aim assist.
Now on 5 in a row within this life, so he's getting closer and closer to accruing these streaks. But just one left in the snipe as he's trying to locate a target to hit the shot. Nice movement there, up to a 6th streak, napalm strike, locked and loaded.
Yeah, I think he was talking
Torch
about.
him! Torch him!
He was talking about a chopper in the air that he's trying to stay away from. I thought that was going to be a collat. The napalm comes in as well. Testy is going off for us.
He hits the snipe. He burns to alive. The sub's on point as well as Testy is putting on a clinic on satellite. Finally, he's going to drop, but what a spree that was.
Yeah, he gets a little caught, and well, Swaggy's got the War Machine. He's got a chopper as well. His team's got a 40-point lead. She's enjoying that. And yeah.
That player no longer has legs.
Okay, there you see the flak jacket.
Didn't matter, he is still dead.
I think that player might be, there might have been multiple on the point.
Could have been, could have been.
Can't see her. She's on the hill.
Yeah, those hills are going to be nutty, man. Like, I feel like you can
get
the bits of cover you can get.
How am I dying there? Please tell me.
Oh, Jack. He must have been up late. He seems whiny today.
Think so?
He did get back from a
He was probably really excited hanging out with us.
Well, he got a great vacation back from Napa yesterday. We did get to spend a little bit of time with Courage, but he's looking to Friday day, and my God, swag.
This is the map for it, baby.
This is not Miami. It's a little bit easier to see.
This is the map for it.
This entire team just got shredded to bits by high caliber rounds from a chopper gunner.
Dude, this reminds me of like Black Ops 1, dude. Like firing range, just lighting it up.
Direct sequel. Oh my, yeah, that looked a little bit easier to line up than Miami.
I can't turn my shit.
And that was just a feast. Like a hungry hippo, just gobbling up the opposition. My God, they just keep going
Is
down.
no one gonna shoot this thing?
They're just spawning in front of it and getting destroyed.
Thinking this might be a gameplay for Swag.
I think Swag's having fun. I don't know about the other team. Oh, there. Now
there
the
are
rockets
so
are coming
many
in.
rockets coming in now. You can see in the top left how much health his helicopter has.
Somebody shoot it!
So close to getting taken down. There we go, finally. He's up to 7,000 damage dealt already.
Very cool.
All right, well, I think his streak just said 15 maybe as we left his POV.
Okay.
So, yeah, he got quite a few big kills through the chopper gunner.
I don't really like working with.
Okay.
But I'll show you guys what it looks like
The
at
Krig.
least. 5 rockets. This is more than 5. That was a couple.
Oh, yeah, it did seem like a lot of rockets to take that thing down. But here's that AK-47. I wanted to see it in play.
Oh, well, you can tell just there it hits hard, but
I saw it play for a half second.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
You know, sometimes that happens. We call that the caster curse.
Yeah.
Looks like the AK has vertical recoil pattern, really vertical recoil pattern again. I kind of missed that from like COD 4, MW2, Black Ops 1. Like, ever since it was added to Advanced Warfare, they made the AK like not. Like, you know, like, obviously it's cartoony, but it still looks nice having the AK just literally just kick just,
combination of a shotgun.
like straight up like that.
Teep was just blown
Looks
to bits.
nice.
Well, Teep, you got to focus on the objective more.
Doesn't look like it does as much in this game, obviously.
This is not the
nice.
TP show.
Yeah, no, in every single game you ever competed in, Teep, your ass is in the hard point.
Yeah, get in there, buddy. It's because
guy starts streaming and thinks he's a Slayer.
You're not there. You're not there for him.
Nah, you're
to
right.
go in first.
You're right. But look at Bob's face, dude. He's locked in, not doing. Bob cracks me up.
That's how you know. That's the Bob locked in face.
But we have seen probably like more highlight plays in this particular map. When you think about what Swag was able to do with the chopper, the snipes that Testy was hitting, yeah, there have been some absurd moments. As Enable, Deputy had bad. A nose is going down to the wire. 20-point game with 50 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah, that game clock.
Me cago en la puta madre. Me voy a coger el sniper para matarlo.
I love the passion. I love the passion. There's that Diamante I was talking about.
I don't know if he's happy or mad. I'm not really sure.
I think maybe he was on a streak, like he was close to something.
Maybe. Oh.
So it looks like they can't even get the rockets off. That seems to be the problem. Yeah.
How long does this fucking thing last?
Yeah, this thing looks very strong.
Hey, you got
it! Let's go, Jericho!
You got it!
The biggest play of the game. Hey, the good thing, they're only down a few points, but the chopper gunners look good.
Yeah. They certainly do.
Looks like a chopper made out of vibranium. I don't even know. Like,
what's vibranium?
Isn't that the thing in like Marvel? Isn't that what it's called?
I was thinking of like, I was thinking, what's it called with, is it Wolverine, like adamantium?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking adamantium.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking of.
Okay, all right, you metal expert. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Or I don't know what it is.
Some mineral.
Yeah. Back to Scump's POV, you can see why several of the content creators want to be on his team as they are up 100 points.
And Seth's running it up, baby. Seth's running it up right now. He's having a great day.
Oh, it's a little 1600 train for
Get me
Scumpy.
some kills, let's
Choo-choo
go.
action.
Get me some good production out of the attack chopper right now.
Okay, it's good. Good quality production. He's just trying to find something. Someone's going off. Fearful. Fearful is just taking someone down with the chopper gunner. So you got attack helicopters. You have chopper gunners in the air. Maven, I am going to need you to lock and load with rocket launchers.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm down. That could be my secondary at all times for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to max that thing out.
Wow, nice shot. He's got to watch this kill cam. Oh, no, marksman.
Woo. Yeah, you saw it. That's just one of the ones you take on the chin. Like, all right, yeah, nice shot.
This is the RPD, rocking the LMG. Hutch continues to switch it up, try all the different weapons. This game almost over.
I just feel like I've liked, like,
Bro,
of all the guns we've seen, like, just the, I don't know, the sound and feel of them just looks satisfying.
Yeah.
Like, there's just like a weightiness to kind of the gunfire. I love it.
I almost have my helicopter.
Noah is excited because he's almost there. And that's the thing, right? Obviously, the score streaks, they don't reset after death. But if you're having a tough game, you might not get one of the higher costly score streaks.
I saw some people kind of tweeting during this and saying, like, yes, it's different now with keeping it through death, but, like, with the multiplier, like, you really need to have, like, some nice streaks. Because they're going to be hard to earn.
Yep.
But now War Machine out for Hutch. As he's hitting people just
you
getting
do not
blown
have
to
flak
smithereens.
jacket on. It is one, and you're gone.
Oh, you got, was the metal boomer? Applies perfectly to Hutch. Oh, mistakes are made, but also takes out half the enemy team.
We've all done that. We've all done that. And I actually saw on the bottom of the screen, I really like, it said the percentage of damage dealt that you do, right? So when you get that elimination.
I like that.
Right, so if he did 97%, like that, you did a lot of the work.
Wow, what just popped up on his screen? There were like 62 lines of text. He did a lot of stuff there, apparently, with that kill. But Marksman was one of the nasty snipe we saw earlier in the game. We'll see if he can put on a show for us as we get to the tail end of this. Just 1.1 seconds remaining, so this could end any moment once there's a bit of contest or somebody stepping out of the hard point, but still go for the quick scopes.
Nah, Marksman, you don't. You had some nasty snipes. You just missed that little flick. It's okay. You did not suck. We've all been there. Like,
he's rebounding just fine for the victory. Hits the shots. 57 eliminations for him. 237 to 192 victories. We hop over to Zuma, the Italian stallion, for the moment, but just hopping through a lot of these players and some of their highlight moments. But that might have been the best map for just showing off some crazy plays so far.
Yeah, no, it's like I'm doing what I can. Like, I'm playing against some pros sometimes, some really great players.
That would have been nasty if he hit that.
Man. It feels like everybody's getting comfortable, Raven.
This was interesting. This is very interesting. I don't know how I feel about the streaks. That's like the main thing I've been thinking about this whole time is I don't know how I feel about the streaks. I guess we'll wait and see. It's very interesting. I'm glad Gunsmith's back.
Puts up a solid game.
Gameplay's looking arcadey, but still fun.
Oh, that was insane. We saw the snipes, we saw the War Machine hit, we saw the attack chopper. I feel like there was just a wide breadth of just crazy, insane plays there on satellite. We saw kill confirmed on it earlier. This time it's going to be the hardpoint mode. Some players focusing on the objective, some players focusing on lighting it up in the kill feed. But yeah, you can't argue. There's been a lot of variety so far and some shining moments for sure.
And again, every single time we go to a map like satellite, you can see the different elements that you want to play around. If you don't want close quarters, you can go out into the dunes. You have that cover to play from. That's where you can use that sniper. If you want to get in everybody's face, you use the pathways, right, that we see from time to time. But it's just so cool to see all the unique elements.
And well, Nameless has been doing our breakdowns post-match. This one should be an easy and a fun one because there were plenty of highlight moments. Nameless, take it away, bud.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest games we've had so far, if not the craziest. I mean, we saw sniper sprees, we saw players picking up chopper gunners, and in that particular game, if you were listening to the in-game comms, every single player was trying to get their score streaks. We saw the War Machine come back out to play, and there's some trends that we're seeing here. Every time it's on JERICHO, he's shooting down a chopper in the sky. If it's on Swag, we're seeing a War Machine, and if it's on Testy, we're going to be seeing some snipes. You see Shane here with the 74U early on, picking up some kills, and this was hardpoint, so a lot of our CDL pros and CDL pro coaches, they are going to be more well prepared for the hardpoint game mode. We saw the M16 for the first time today in one of our CDL pros' hands. Priesta, he was trying to pick up some kills, and right
honestly,
here,
M16 looks way better than FAMAS and
MW. I couldn't see
MW.
anything. There's so much smoke, and in the Cold War, smokes are insane. They're a lot bigger, and you can use them to your advantage, and you see it coming out early to play here on Satellite Hardpoint. We're seeing this Type 63 once again pick up a ton of kills, and this was the spree that I was most excited to watch. Testy, he said it early on. He was like, I want to get some streaks, man. I need to go off. I need to pick up streaks. He misses one shot, and then he just goes on a crazy spree. He picks up like 3 snipes. He pulls out his 74U, picks up another kill, and it's just such a satisfying kill with that sniper, especially when you get a headshot. The sound in Cold War is absolutely amazing. The napalm strike comes out, picks up 2 kills, and right here, keep your eye on the sniper. It looks like he gets a collat, but he picks up 1, and then the napalm gets another 2. So this was just an exciting play out of Testy, and it was crazy because he called it right before it all happened. Hopping on board here with Swag, like I said, every single game, this guy's going off. He has the War Machine, also has 2 streaks to his name, no big deal. They finally pulled out Flak Jacket, but he's still able to get those kills, and he's just been sticking with the M4, right? Like, he comes from Warzone, he loves the M4, going into Cold War, it's almost just as good. Chopper Gunner, lighting up Satellite. Now, this map is completely open, there's no buildings. So if you get a Chopper Gunner, you're pretty much gonna just fry everybody on the map. And you see Swag right here, he has no remorse for the other team. Yeah, that was incredible. That was one of the best games we've had so far. And if today couldn't get any better, we have a special announcement for you guys at home. Jess and Clint, take it away.
Well, thank you very much, Nameless, as we gear up to dive into one of the other brand new modes coming up into Cold War multiplayer, VIP Escort. There are a few updates for everyone that we wanted to go over with you guys about free post-launch content and how Cold War is built for the PlayStation 5.
So Treyarch has committed to continuing to deliver a lot of content for free as part of Black Ops Cold War's post-launch seasons. Stuff like new maps, new modes, new base weapons, and more will be rolled out for free for players across the post-launch seasons of the game, just like Modern Warfare did last year.
Good.
This is awesome. So does that mean that just by playing, I can keep getting access to all sorts of new multiplayer content every few weeks or so?
Yeah, exactly. And from what I've been told, Treyarch's got solid plans for post-launch multiplayer content, and they're going to roll out a lot more detail on this before launch.
Jess, you've got the knowledge hookup. So a lot of people are also wondering how Black Ops Cold War will take advantage of the next-gen consoles, and specifically the PlayStation 5.
Yeah, right. And so new console years are always super exciting because devs can bring fans these awesome experiences in all their glory by using the power of these new consoles. Treyarch and crew are focused on taking advantage of 5 key features for Black Ops fans. First off is higher refresh rate. Cold War can take advantage of the PS5's ability to run at 120 Hz. So if you've got a display that's 120 Hz capable, As a player, that's going to translate into cut down input lag, which is going
cool.
to give you a really smooth gameplay experience.
That's cool.
I like the sound of that, Jess, and I know resolution is always a big one for players too. Maxing out the 2 gives you this super clear, smooth image that creates an edge of multiplayer. The Treyarch crew is leveraging the additional memory that the PS5 provides so the team can build true 4K gameplay.
Yeah, and to make everything look that much better, the team are tapping into the ray tracing tech available for PS5. This is all about creating the most realistic lighting and effects. Treyarch is using ray tracing with their photogrammetry captured environments and characters, which is when you digitally scan an object in the real world and recreate it nearly perfectly in-game, and combines it with what's called a photometric lighting system. Basically, you end up with this absolutely beautiful HDR 4K experience on the PS5 with some of the most realistic looking environments yet.
Yeah, that all sounds awesome, Jess, but sound and feel are also just as important in the multiplayer experience, especially in a game like COD.
Yeah, good call. And Cold War will take advantage of both 3D audio and haptic feedback. Cold War takes advantage of PS5 tech that allows them to create true 3D audio.
Ooh.
This creates a sound image in front of, behind, below, and above you. In multiplayer, you're going to get the most advanced directional feedback from your environment. So weapons will sound differently based on the point of origin. Footstep direction and distance are going to be super clear. You guys get the picture. It's all designed to help you know where your enemies are within a 3D sound space. And to help translate all of that into literal feel, Cold War multiplayer uses every bit of the haptic feedback systems in the new DualSense controller. So the vibrations and the triggers are more advanced than
Hopefully it'll also
been,
work on PC
exactly
if you play with the
what's
controller.
happening with the
with
weapon
the
in your
DualSense.
hands or the vehicle you're driving when you play.
Damn, so this sounds like it's going to be wild on PS5. Thanks for the rundown, Jess. Now let's gear up for our first look at a brand new mode called VIP Escort.
Yes, I am so excited for VIP Escort. You know, like we've said earlier, it's a 6v6 VIP Escort. So this time we're going to be playing on Crossroads. It's a huge map, much bigger than what we've seen before. So that's really going to affect the way that our pros and our influencers are playing.
Actually, I want to watch this.
And of course, depending on which side you are on, you are either trying to kill the VIP or rescue them. So
I was gonna actually call it quits and leave right now, but I want to watch this first.
Murph, Maven, take it away.
Jess just killed that.
She's crushing it.
Yeah,
she's crushing it.
The whole haptic feedback, 4K resolution, 3D
It's a
audio.
lot of big
sound.
words.
I don't know what's going on, but it all sounds awesome. And we can't wait to get our hands on the game, but let's continue on with this awesome gameplay segment. It is the multiplayer reveal. If you're just joining us, we've seen a whole array of gameplay. You can check back through VODs to check it out, but I know most of you've been watching this the entire time, and I hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. But it's the new mode. It's VIP Escort. And Joe, you should be familiar with this because you're very good. I'm not.
Okay.
You basically escort me around all the time anyway.
Yeah.
Protect me.
Right. We have to protect you. We get that challenge quite often, right, to take care of Maven, right? that is really important. And again, as Jess said, you're going to try to protect and extract your VIP, or you're going to try and take them down. It is an elimination-based game mode. It's 6v6. But what's interesting about this one is depending on the map, it is going to play differently. We're going to Crossroads. We haven't seen that yet, right? You're going to have vehicles that you can use. But if we switch maps, you know, we play this Miami maybe a little bit, it's going to play a lot different. And I think that's what's
so vehicles on 6v6 maps
confirmed. Yes, it's a
confirmed.
new mode, but it's also going to have different feels based on the map.
Well, let's get into Crossroads. This one, if you were watching the developer commentary early in the broadcast, they were talking about the snowmobiles, and I think she said like one of the more satisfying things is just nailing somebody with a snowmobile. I tend to agree. I want to smash people with a snowmobile too. So this should be very cool to see. This is, again, one that's going to be transport vehicles, snowmobiles all over the map. This is one of the larger maps. It's a very, very large map. And yeah, I don't know what to expect. This is the first time we've really seen eyes on with VIP, but from an overall breakdown standpoint, it sounds fun. It should be a blast.
Yeah, it sounds a lot of fun. There's a lot of ways you can win the round. There's a lot of different ways that you can play this game. Again, also,
Lawbreaker looks like a good wild card. I wonder if there's only going to be 4 wild cards, or if they're planning on having more. Those wild cards are strong, though. Those are some strong wild cards.
You're going to have a couple of different ways that you're going to want to play.
Like much stronger than they've ever been before, but used to have 3 of them.
See, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
Now look how slow you look, SKYZ.
That looks awesome. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, this is what we want.
Go.
Zuma, it's time to smash. Find him, hunt him.
I mean, you did donate $200.
Hit him with the snowmobile. He's already out of it. I'm very sad. I was hoping he was going to hunt. One person I know we can rely on to do that when we get to them later is Bobby Puff.
Yeah, he's going to try and nail some people. But again, elimination-based mode. This is going to be first to 4. And it sounds like an escort is already there. I think it's over. So the escort's there. Now they got to get him out.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. They already got him out. They got the round win. So, again, we're hopping from game to game. But they didn't watch the point. That's basically what Sim's saying. So, thank you very much.
No, he seemed a little frustrated there, but over to Nick Merckx we go. As you mentioned, we're going to be hopping in between a lot of the games.
Okay, so he's the VIP. Nick's the VIP. If we can watch Nick for a little bit. Now, looks like you could revive as well as Bobby gets taken down.
Hey, Bob. Yep. I like that from Nick.
This isn't really a tactic.
No, yes it is. This is absolutely a tactic. This is called mind games. Now, do you want to do that with your teammates? More often than not, no.
Yeah.
But Bobby down, I mean, we're used to seeing that quite a bit.
No, he's still there. Oh, okay, go out my elimination. Yeah, so the down mechanics are just like blackout, by the way. Oh. Okay, I saw someone up there.
Interesting. So you kind of hear some comparisons to,
protect me, Caesar.
Something like Blackout or Warzone, like a BR with the down mechanic.
Oh, he's trying to stay alive.
No, I think he was talking about like how it looks and functions and feels just like Blackout when you go down. Definitely looks to be the case.
That's the confidence.
Oh, he's getting baited by the down player. The smoke comes out. He's going to push on through it.
You ready for it?
Yes, I'm ready for it. Yep, there's the smoke, and I think this is really what the dev team was talking about. The smoke team, or the smoke goes out, and there we go. He is out of there. The VIP extracted.
Gets the kill with the pistol.
He's like, peace, guys.
Comes in as well.
He's just leaving his team, too.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm out of here. I'm the important one. I'll see you guys later.
And somewhere
Yeah, this mode looks cool. It looks
showing Bobby extra love.
like a nice alternative to Search and Destroy. I don't want to see it be a replacement to Search and Destroy, because S&D with the boys, that shit's fun as hell. But looks like a nice alternative to Search and Destroy.
So you've seen the extraction round win. There you've seen the other way of doing it, smoking the VIP player. Another way to do it.
I don't know if that was the start of the round and that VIP didn't know what they were doing.
Might have been, Joe.
Yeah,
might have been.
They lost their team in the round, and it may be record history.
That was a very fast round, yes. Where'd he go, Hutchie?
Maybe Hutch, maybe he did it, maybe he didn't. Ooh, look at that. That is some deep brush.
Oh, they're getting knocked.
I die to that all the time, man.
Sorry.
Somebody's sneaky inside of a bush.
Did he smush him?
It's all good.
I saw one. Wait, chat, is there bullet travel in this?
No. I'm so sorry, dude.
Our teammate threw.
It's probably the VIP apologizing. The VIP got taken down. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
They tried to go for it. Look right here. He was trying to extract. Somebody made the play.
Just right through the smoke. Gets the kill. Now Gataga's POV. Well, he hits one shot, but his teammate drops the pistol strong enough to do it.
Wait, so they just took the snowmobile and just went forward?
Yes, snowmobile tactics are incredible, Joe.
I'm about it.
I actually rode a snowmobile once when I was younger.
Well, no, I was just cracking up because that said 6 alive versus 6 alive, and they just went for the VIP.
Have you ever ridden a snowmobile? It's very fun.
No, I actually haven't.
When I grew up in Pennsylvania, I was a snowmobile all over the place.
I don't believe you.
No, 100%. It's
really?
Oh, yeah, it was so fun. I was basically a snowmobile expert, so I'm probably going to be good at it this game, too.
I'm jet skied. I haven't snowmobiled.
All right, okay.
Hola, Greg. ¿Ya sabes que hay monitores de 360 hercios?
Please, I just need to see somebody catch a snowmobile to the face.
And that's what we all want. That's what everybody's trying to find.
But it's like, it's tough. It's one of those.
I wonder how the vehicles feel, if they feel more like Modern Warfare's vehicles or more like Blackout's vehicles.
It's there for the movement purely, but I'm hoping, yes, you know what to do. Maybe you hear us somehow. Please.
Go for it. Uh-oh, Gotaga's knocked in. There you can see from the down player point of view. Yeah, it very much looks like Blackout. You can move. You can sort of use a third-person camera to help your team out. Hello, sir? Hey, please revive me. Okay, the revive's off, and that's actually a pretty quick revive.
Yeah, that was really fast.
Can he get out? Can he get out? Can he get out? Oh, it's a 6v1. He'll probably get out.
Yeah, I think more than likely that'll do it. I think that's going to actually seal the game for them. First of 4 rounds. I think that was their 4th on the board, so they're in the chopper. They're out of there. There is victory for Gotaga and company. And this is one of those modes, though, that I think it's going to take time to really showcase how awesome it is, just in the sense of, like, you really kind of need to learn to play this and strategies and teamwork, whereas TDM and hardpoint kill confirmed, like, people have played for so long. Yes, 100%.
This is going to require a lot of teamwork.
No, this actually, like, I'm into this. This seems like this could be a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, this does look like a cool mode for sure.
There's probably be some insane plays that you'll see out of the community with, like, the VIP being the last player alive with a pistol.
Yeah, it's almost like, it's not a great comparison, but yeah, almost like Blackout, like S&D had a baby or something, kind of in a way.
Like the health bars.
Yeah, me too.
I like knowing.
But I love stuff like that. Like, you think about what has become one of our favorite modes, like Control. Control's sort of like Hardpoint, Dom, and Search had a kind of mixed together. Yeah. Like, sometimes you'll like combine some of the best features of modes, and all of a sudden this awesome mode comes out of it. This is great. Treyarch just incredibly creative. And I'm looking forward to playing this one for sure.
I'm not into it. I just want to play.
Yeah, so you hear all the creators talk about it. Midnight's like, I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing yet, but Priesta with the XM4.
Well, it's just one of those, has a little bit of a learning curve.
Man, this is one of the weapons I'm excited to see with this red dot. See how this looks.
Priesta with the beams.
This looks like one of the first lobbies we're sort of seeing where people are figuring it out, right? You get a couple of rounds in, how you want to play, that player trying to stay alive. And yeah, I kind of like the aspect where you're down and yeah, you need your team to be there.
Yeah, I do like that vertical recoil on the AK, honestly.
Yeah, solo missions are going to be tough, that's for sure.
They extracted.
That's a round loss. They still have the 2-1 edge, but Priesta's squad will drop.
They extracted.
Extracted, bro.
Well, the first one was like we had, what, a 4-0 stop. That one ended quickly. So you can see the pace of the game can be crazy.
I wish it was a win
well,
by
when it's a 4-0 and your
this is a
3-3. Caught out.
3-3.
It's a nail biter.
We got a round 7. Round 7 for the
they are
W.
loading up on the snowmobiles.
Do I have a horn?
Yeah.
You sure do.
You know, that's the important questions, right? Do I have a horn?
That is the important question.
Cosmetic horns am I going to be able to get?
Type 63. I like the sound of it.
No, that's like one thing that's really stood out to me. Maybe it's just because like with the current game we've been playing, like there's suppressors.
That was the reload animation.
It's just nice to kind of hear
when he like pulled his gun up like that. You know, it looked like tactical sprint in Modern Warfare.
It's like I didn't realize how much I missed it.
I was like,
sometimes
I was confused for a second. I was like, wait, what the hell?
Oh, after playing Warzone for a while, right? You're like, that's what that sounds like again.
Now that's like the one thing I guess like the nerd in me or whatever you want to call it is like really looking forward to testing and playing. It's just like all the new tech around the audio stuff, dude. Like, especially like, if you got like a nice headset, like that new 3D audio stuff should be awesome.
Let's go. Snipes coming in, Sim going big. It looks like they were able to win this game. So,
come on, Priesta.
Oh, almost heard what he said. But Priesta looks like he's the VIP. Try to stay alive. He's only got 8 bullets in the clip. Take it, take it, take it. He's trying to get out of there. Smoke down.
It's a 3v3 though. I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it.
It's not covering that side.
Look closed on that
it's
side.
Not good
it
enough.
does not look good. It's not the best smoke. Just go for it.
Oh no!
Now he's getting hit.
I'm nervous. Who's watching over them?
It looks so stressful to be the VIP because there's just so little you can do with the pistol, right? Your teammates have got to make the play.
Yep.
A little fall damage.
He's going to attack. He's going to attack. He's going on the offensive. On the offensive.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how to strategize on this.
Maybe try to switch sights. Okay, they had one out.
Only got 4 bullets.
You got to go now, though. 20 seconds to go. 2v2.
Run, Preston.
Can I even get there in time?
Strap on the Pumas.
I don't know.
Get moving.
Can you get there? That's a great question. We haven't played this song enough.
Go! Go! Does it pause the clock when he starts to distract? It
Yes.
does. Okay. So pause the clock.
Dun, 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 dun.
Looks like the rotation.
That's good to know.
phase
So the
got it.
clock pauses when you like actually start the exfil. So it's you know, you won't get run into those S&D moments
the way he
where
was reacting, I thought it was over. I thought
you
that was the whole
have, you know, 5 seconds to defuse.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're the VIP,
Or
you
takes
make
5 seconds to
those big
defuse, but you only have 4
plays,
seconds on the
you're
clock.
the hero.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, boys, God.
It's like half a granola bar in his mouth or whatever that is, just gassing up the squad.
Sí, sí,
Hit someone, hit
podría ser
somebody, hit somebody.
perfectamente una misión de la campaña.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm disappointed with. Like, there has not been enough aggression with
El
vehicles
único que
thus
me tira
far.
para atrás, ¿no? Del mapa, por lo demás todo
crazy.
guay.
No, acaban de matar ahí.
Solo digo que como me metan otro francazo me voy a rayar, pero pecha.
A Lucas Almada, bro. Cuidado.
What is this, the Type
Be careful.
63?
Este es mío.
Cuidado, lo matas fácil. Pum, pum. Vale, bien, bien, bien. Remátalo, bro. que
Yeah,
está-
all he's saying there, as I translate, is he's frying the lobby, Joe.
Yeah, it's his favorite weapon. He's loving this mode.
Yeah, yeah.
He needs some help. He's please help us. Please help me.
Te va a reanimar absolutamente.
Dude, you crawl fast.
Yeah, you are really quick.
Dude, this guy, he is moving.
Or maybe it looks that way because you come so far zoomed out.
I don't know.
I think that's what it is.
I can't crawl.
You know how like there's the different FOV scales?
Yeah,
It looks like
yeah,
you're
yeah.
moving quicker. Will somebody help him, please?
He's gonna bleed out. Oh, the penguin's coming.
Hostia, qué risa el pingüino.
Please.
That was clutch.
Yes.
Gracias, tío.
That was clutch.
¿Qué están haciendo realmente? Es que no entiendo el modo de juego.
Whatever sight he's got on that Type 63, I do
No
not like
problem. They
it.
got this round. Clutch. They're clutching it.
Es que parece que está ahí al lado, pero está a 100 metros.
Yeah, it seems like smokes are just gonna be huge in this.
Súper alejado.
Me parece que está aquí al lado, pero me cago en diole, ¿sabes?
Rápido, 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 rápido,
Sí,
rápido.
llegando,
I thought he threw a smoke, but maybe.
No, I think it was a stunt.
Oh, yeah, I thought he threw a smoke at first. Like, where did he
Oh,
get
can he get him? Can he get him?
Oh, they're all
Can
on
he
it.
get him?
They're all
Can he
lining
get
up.
him? 2 down,
Good job, dude.
3
Holy
down.
shit.
Oh, he's going there. Push it. One more. Push it. Go
Fuck.
for it. Win it. Oh! He knows it's so close. It's so close to a clip. No! So close to
So just like
making
Blackout,
a round-winning
single
play.
melee will kill a
Can his
downed
teammate
enemy.
clutch up though? No! The extraction was there.
He needed like one more bullet.
One more bullet.
Sí, en la siguiente te dejo, pero hablando.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Siguiente te dejo. Siéntate en el sofá y ya está, bro.
Oh, from his POV one more time. Well, like 2 down, that one shot. So the guy that rechows, the guy, if he needed to get one more bullet.
I wish he would have went like
One
low
more
right.
bullet.
I wish he went low right.
Yeah, well, you are a mastermind of Call of Duty,
I
Joe.
am.
You're in that position, you're clutching up.
There's no doubt in my mind. That is a W. I'm winning that round. Oh, they're the VIP.
Yeah, so maybe his pal here said you choked that round, we're switching who's playing.
Oh, they don't know. They don't know why. They don't know why. It's because they're like trying to switch classes. He's like, why do I have a pistol here? A pistol life. What is going on right now? No, please don't die, because you will lose. Yeah.
Nice shots. Nice tags, yeah.
I kind of like that. I like the sound of that pistol. Too.
Yeah.
Un señuelo, tío.
That's a smoke. Oh, that's not good.
Pero no entiendo esta clase, es muy extraña, ¿verdad?
He's just hitting buttons at this point.
Yeah, I think you're accurate there, Joe.
100% just hitting buttons. And that's why this is a new mode, David.
Sí.
Oh, they got the kill. I was like, where'd that guy
Nos lo han
go?
dado de bonificación.
The snowmobile's right there. You know what to do.
Bro, no
It doesn't matter that you're the
Can you
VIP.
pick up weapons? No, you're the VIP. You're the VIP.
So VIP can't even pick up weapons. That's
Well,
kind of
we're
good to
learning
know.
as he's learning. I was like, maybe you could pick up weapons that are down. You can't.
No, I figured you couldn't just because the fact that everyone we saw had a pistol. I figured
Bro, creo que no
you'd
llega.
have the option to.
That
Those are
is a
ambitious
tough
shots
shot,
with
yeah.
the pistol, yeah.
Este mapa, bro, es como un mapa para rolear, ¿no? Más que para jugar.
One with the bushes.
Voy a extraer esto, me suda la polla.
The only problem with
He's
his
gonna go for
current
it.
webcam setup is I don't know how many people are alive, but he's going for it.
It was
Just
like a
stick it.
He's gonna get
63,
shot,
I think,
yeah.
last time we
Just
saw.
stick it.
Dude, you hear the bullets whiz by you. 5 versus 2.
think he had it. I
4
think he
versus
had
2.
it.
No, there was a bullet whizzing
No,
by.
it didn't hit him though.
No me deja.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes you just gotta hold it, Joe. You just gotta believe.
Honestly, I agree.
I'll be honest with you. In most lobbies, I would say yes. In these lobbies today, I'd probably say
Maybe
no.
not.
Estás bug, te dice Adri, programador del juego.
Estás bug, totalmente en contacto con los designers.
Can't see how many are left alive because the webcam setup's in the way.
I'm actually really looking forward to trying this.
Playing
I feel like, yeah, if you had like a
good group,
especially if you had a good group, like you know, you had your boys all on, everyone's in voice chat, communicating,
it'll
talking
either
through
be
strats.
a 4-0 in 48 seconds or a really crazy game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, he got out though. He was the last one alive, but he clutched it.
Wait, weren't they in like a 5v2 or something?
Yeah, it
earlier?
came down to like a 1v2. Oh, round 7, another one.
Final round.
Everybody's sniping.
A ver si puse ese.
Ooh, Maven, that is your weapon right there, baby. That is your gun.
What is that? Because that's all I'm using.
Ooh, that's the Tundra. In the Tundra.
Wait, I wonder if this is when all of, is this his teammate, or is that when all of his teammates dropped?
That's when they all died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One final round.
Es muy raro, bro, el modo.
Esta es la G36, ¿no? La me suena a mí.
Esta es la Krieg 6.
La Krieg 6.
Para mí es el mejor arma del juego, mata muchísimo.
Fusil de asalto.
Fusil
de asalto automático.
En plan, si tuviese que compararla con
Pero
otra
it says
de la saga,
defend, does it say defend?
Yeah.
Okay.
a N94 no llega, ¿no?
Se parece mucho a la N94, es verdad, ¿eh? Sí, te lo juro.
No, but yeah, they're on defense.
Yeah, I thought they were. I saw pop-ups say escort the VIP, so I thought for a second maybe. Again, I don't know any other languages. I'm trying my hardest.
So what, we got the, he's rocking the Krieg, it looks like? Krieg?
Mira que daré nada porque siempre vienen aquí.
No idea, Joe.
Y vamos a aprovecharnos y vamos a ganar la
I
partida.
think it's Krieg, just KRIG.
No, I
Krieg
feel like
6.
we haven't seen this much. It has 40 bullets as well. I like the circular red dots as well.
The slide's actually interesting because it feels like you do get like a little boost of speed.
It's
like
quick,
a little
yeah.
speed boost. Yeah.
None of the optics in this game look very good to me. I think this is going to be another game, just like the first Black Ops, where I use almost exclusively iron sights.
They won! His whole team was dying!
Well, that was anticlimactic because he gets the angle.
Yeah, he's like,
he finds the VIP.
He's like,
he wins the round.
I love that. Yeah, clap it up. Clap it up.
The clutch is there. It just took the final kill onto the VIP, but I agree.
Let's go. We're the best. We clutched up round 7.
Va, venga, marcarosla, ponerme un dominio.
Thumbs up.
En Newtown. ¿Está Newtown?
all right, so there was a look through several of the different kind of lobbies that we have going on for VIP. Hope you enjoyed the new mode. But yeah, it looks like a kind of a mix of like Blackout and Search and Destroy. And I know I'm not perfectly summarizing that, but it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, a lot of clutch moments. There's going to be those big plays. Can you save your VIP? Can you be the one to take them down? You have the spy playing the smokes. There's a lot of different ways that you can play that.
Imagine you're in like a 1v4 as the escort.
And you get a
clutch
snowmobile and you just run everybody over.
Well, that I would really like.
Yeah. We didn't see any of that. We
No,
see some
I
more
didn't
of
see
that.
nearly enough deaths to snowmobiles, but there might be something wrong with me. But to break down what we did see, we'll get it back over to Nameless.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was our first look at VIP right there. That
How
was
much longer they're going with this?
Honestly, kind of like Search and Destroy, but it's simple.
I'm
It's
probably
like
gonna
protect the
dip.
president. You got to get your VIP to the extraction point or eliminate all of
Probably
your
gonna head
opponents.
over to
And if
my
you're on defense, just don't
family
let the
house.
VIP get to the extraction or eliminate all your opponents as well. So let's pull up some of our highlights. And in this first time of these streamers playing it, they were trying to figure it out, right? Like we saw players with that were the VIP with the pistol picking up some good kills, but if you are that VIP, you shouldn't have to be getting those kills. Your teammates should be guiding you. These guys were trying to figure out as it was going on, sort of the different strategies that you can take. If you're the VIP, you can hop straight onto a snowmobile, try to get to a good position on the map to get to the extraction point, or you can take your time while your teammates go out and try to distract on one side of the map. And we saw some pretty clutch plays on this one. We saw Priesta have a big clutch play. We saw Gotaga go big here and try to get to the extraction point. And even if there are players left on the other team, if they're across the map and you're at the other extraction, you can just get away if they don't kill you in time. We saw a lot of players also still running the M4 on this map, as it can be a little bit of a longer range map right now. And players, they do go down, so there's a little bit of that aspect from Warzone where a player goes down, they can get revived. We saw Nick Merckx teabagging his teammate early on. I think it was Bobby Poff. He was like, I'm not going to revive you here. And right now, we're on board with Priesta. He's one of our CDL pros. He was picking up a lot of kills with the pistol, surprisingly, because all these guys have automatic weapons. He went over towards B, and he knew that the last player was located at B, and he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go all the way to A. He gets there with like 3 seconds left, and when he starts to extract, that time stops, so he's able to get out and get away with his life and win the round. Right here, you see a huge play. He moves over towards A and picks up a triple kill with that Type 63. It is that semi-automatic, AR where you can pick up a bunch of kills. He ends up getting knocked though by the last guy and takes a swing to the face where he ends up getting knocked out. You can see their reaction, Maven and Merc.
Play.
These guys are cracking up. But we're going to get into more games here very shortly. And to these two beautiful gentlemen, Maven and Merc, take it away.
All right, so that oh, chat, you'll never cease to make me laugh. Love it. You gotta love it. All right, so that's pretty much it. That was an interesting reveal. You know, honestly, I came into this a little negative on the game just based off of some of the leaks and the stuff I've seen, but I'm coming out of this a lot more positive. I'm staying cautious, but I'm definitely a little bit more optimistic. We'll see exactly how this goes, but good to know, Eliza. Thanks for that. What was I just saying about chat? Anyways, I'm coming out of this a lot more optimistic, and I guess I just want to see more. I guess we'll wait until I get my hands on with the beta, but open beta, so anyone can play it, even if you don't pre-order. So we'll see how it all works. I'm going to go ahead and peace out of here, but I'll see you guys later. Probably going to stream some more Halo this week, so stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later.